Hi. Okay, cool, no problem. So, it's showtime. I don't know what we're going to talk about today, but since I titled this beautiful stream, Isn't It Wonderful? I guess we're going to talk about Isn't It Wonderful? And this is not necessarily the technique, even though there's no technique, but there's this thing that Neville talks about that's called Isn't It Wonderful? And then you say whatever statement you want to be true as already is, and you say, isn't it wonderful that I'm a millionaire? Isn't it wonderful that I'm in my perfect marriage? Isn't it wonderful XYZ ABC? Okay, cool. So we're not going to really talk about that, but we are going to talk about things that are already in your experience because you're aware of them. However, they might not be in your 3D because you either don't believe that they are, or you're looking in a different direction other than the thing already being there. So if we want to think about this from the level of, I always start with a fucking sermon. So there we go. The sermon is going to be, from now on, we're not saying that we're manifesting anything. We're saying the thing as though it already is, okay? Because even to say, I'm manifesting this, it kind of implies that you don't have it and you're striving to attain something, right? So what we're going to do is say, my lifestyle is like this. My body is like that. My relationship is like this. That's what we're going to do, because we calleth those things which be not as though they motherfucking were. Okay, so now the number one thing that I see just in regards to different things. Hey, Ashley, thank you for the gift. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So when we're talking about whatever it is, right? A lot of times, if you have a question about your manifestation, thank you, Moonlight, for the roses. If you have a question about your manifestation, okay, and I see this in comments all the time, you are the operant power. You are the only thinker. You are the only observer, and you have all of the answers within you, okay? So a lot of times your solution is found in the questions that you're asking about your particular situation, okay? So if you're saying, how come this person hasn't texted you? I don't know, man. I mean, you're the operate. Wait, we gotta get Big Moses settled. Okay, yeah. I call my nickname for my hair is Big Moses. I just call him that because he's really big and he be parting seas and clogging drains. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. Because I gotta have my jamming headphones, because it ain't a time without my fucking music. So a lot of times when you're asking, how come this individual hasn't contacted you? How come there's no movement? How come things are staying the same? How come you're perceiving the opposite? Really look at what you're asking, okay? Because if you're the operant power and you're the one that's declaring that this individual is not reaching out to you, if you're the one that's declaring things look the same, if you're the one that's declaring the opposite happened, then it has no choice but to be that way. So what is your first step? You're going to identify what you're dominantly thinking about that particular situation, and you're going to change it, because remember, the problem and the solution are the same thing, different degree. It's the same thing. So if you're saying, where is the money? I don't know, boss, but you fucking do, because you're the one that's asking where is it? So it's not some big kept secret, but the correct answer is, it's in my wallet. It's in my bank account. It's the limit on the MX Black card. That's where your fucking money is. I don't, it's in the Swiss bank account. I mean, like, there's your fucking answer. But you're refusing to see the fucking answer. So when you're saying, but this individual hasn't texted you, how come? I don't know, man. How come they haven't texted you? Because I sure as shit don't know what story you got going on in the background about this motherfucker. I just know that you're saying they're not texting you, therefore they're not. They cannot. Because if the reality is you and everyone and everything is you pushed out, you tell me all of the things that you perceive as a problem, okay? And then you really answer your own fucking question, because there's nothing that the outside can tell you. You have all the answers within you, okay? So what I want you to keep in mind is that the first order of business is that you do not perceive anything anymore as a fucking problem. You just look at it as the way that you want it to be, not at the way that it is. Because if you're perceiving something as this is what it is, then you're perpetuating that cycle of keeping it in that state of this is what it is, okay? So this requires a lot of trust, okay, on your part. Because remember, it's only you. It's not trust in a higher power. You are the higher power, okay? You are the beginning, you are the end, you're the alpha, you are the omega, right? Hey Trishala, thank you for joining. Ooh, thank you for the gift. So you ask yourself this: what is a perceived problem right now? What is the answer to that? Okay, if it's about finances, where is the money? It's in your bank account. How did it get in your bank account? I don't know, man. It just appeared out of thin air. And if you are stuck on the how, if your egoistic monkey mind is trying to figure out the how, what I do is I'm like, it's just there. It appeared out of thin air. Bitch, now what? How do you know? Bitch, I'm God. I know fucking everything. I mean, you want to have a conversation with yourself in your fucking mind, feel free. Okay, because it's only you talking to you. And this leads me to my other thing. Okay, so aside from not looking at things as a perceived problem and just looking at it as the way that you want to, idealism at its fucking finest, you're going to understand. Oh my god, I had the thought, it fucking flew away. It flew away. Oh my god. Subconscious. I was going to talk about the subconscious. Holy shit. This is how fast I think. This is why I would like to talk so fast, because I can't keep up. Now I forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, let's it'll come to me when it comes to me. So let's go in with this, okay? You identify what the perceived problem is. You start affirming the opposite, or you start viewing the thing as the opposite. You don't look at it as what it is. You look at it as it might be, okay? Because if you see it in your mind, that timeline is available to you. And this is why different individuals want different things, okay? Because you might know someone else who's into this type of content, and what they are focused on in their experience is something different than you, and you're like, well, why would they want that? Who cares why they want that? Okay, that's why that desire is for them and it's not for you. Okay, some motherfuckers, like red cars, some motherfuckers like blue cars. Does that mean anything? No, it just means that your desire is for you. So that's what makes it, an individual journey, an individual reality, which is another reason why you can't compare your journey to anyone else's, because you are the only observer. So how anything shows up in your reality is a direct reflection of you. And motherfuckers can say, hi, secret. So motherfuckers and situations can only show up according to your expectations of them. That's it. So look at the different areas in your life, okay? And just kind of raw dog it, but write down the different areas of your life. Okay, let's go with like overall, then let's go with health, then let's go with wealth, then let's go with career, then let's go with friendships, then let's go with relationship, whatever, all the sectors that you can imagine, okay? Ooh, Anya, love how active you've been recently. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we don't do schedules here. It's just when I'm sensing the vibe to pop on, I pop on. So here we the fuck all are. We're having a great time, aren't we? So what you want to do is take an inventory of the different areas in your life, and you want to go in with your first thing. So if we have this list that we wrote down, let's say for career, right? What is your expectation? The first thing that comes to your mind, what do you expect out of that? Boom, that's where you're at in terms of how you're viewing career. It's the first thing that came up, so that's where you are naturally. It's the first automatic fucking instinctual thought. Relationships, friendships, health, body image, all of that, okay? What is the dominant thing that you just expect to go on? Look at all of them. Boom, the first thing that comes to you. Don't sit and think about it, because that's not indicating where you are. That's indicating that you don't know. Because if you knew, if it was a knowing, boom, it would just be the first thing to fucking fly into your mind, okay? So if there are areas like, let's say career, I expect a raise by the end of the year. I expect a bonus. I expect this salary. That's great. Keep it there. You don't need to rectify anything necessarily, okay? Let's say you go in with health. Oh, you know, your expectation is that your health issue is going to continue, and how are you going to get this medicine or whatever the case, right? That's your dominant expectation there, the first thing that came to your mind. So that would be something that you might want to reframe. So you want to reframe the expectation by taking it one step beyond. I think this is going to be my new fucking catchphrase. If any of you who have not seen that fucking show on YouTube, they have it on YouTube. If you're into sci-fi, it's old time. It's like 50s, 60s. But I myself fucking love it, because, you know, I love me some sci-fi. So what we're going to do is... giving Elvira vibes today. Well, I mean, what can I say about that? You know, I could see it. I could see it. So you're going to reframe that to one step beyond. So what is the expectation was that you need to refill your meds or whatever the case, right? Or you had to check on this, you had to do that. You're going to say the expectation is that you're perfectly healthy. Every day you're feeling better. Every day you're looking better. Okay. You're going to frame it to something more favorable. Okay. And even if it's like, let's say something where you answered the question, you're favorable. Yeah, I expect a raise. Okay. If you want to take it one step beyond, if you thought your raise was going to be for 15 grand, now you might want to elevate it to like 25, whatever. Okay. But the point is to normalize it to you, so that now when your dominant expectation, when you do this practice again, if you choose to do this practice, let's say a month from now, time doesn't exist, but let's just use a month, okay? Then you take inventory again, then you're saying, you look at that list, what is the first thing on your mind? Okay, boom, it might have already elevated, okay? I'm not saying it would take a month necessarily, but let's give it a month, okay? Every month you take an inventory. What is your first natural dominant expectation in that specific area? And then if it's not something favorable, you're going to go one step beyond. You're going to give it a more favorable approach, and then you're going to turn that into an affirmation that you're going to say to yourself until you ask yourself this question again in a month. And then if you, anytime that topic comes up, like let's say your health, right? Every day I'm feeling better. Every day I'm looking better. That's it. That's it. That's it. You go in with that, evaluate where you are a month from now. Okay. And you don't need to, you know, robotically, you don't even need to do any of these practices. But if you want like an entire life glow up, this is what I recommend doing, just because it's going to fucking serve you to not have stories that you don't find favorable running on in the fucking psyche. You know what I mean? If you want a radically different life, do you need to radically throw out old life? I don't know. Do you? You're God of your reality. I mean, if you want to use the term like radically throw out, and that's what suits you, you could look at it that way. But all it is just doing something along the lines of what I just suggested. Wow. And you would take an inventory, okay, of all the spheres of your fucking life, and you look at it and you're like, okay, what do I want to improve on here? What is your natural thing? If it's something you don't find favorable, you're just gonna switch it out, and then you're gonna make an affirmation out of it. You don't need to throw out anything. All you're doing is, like, by focusing on the affirmation, the new belief, the other one is just gonna phase out naturally. You don't need to, like, forcefully throw anything out. You know, this is leisure. Like, manifestation is leisure, okay? Not that you're really manifesting anything because the thing is already done, but you're just kind of tossing out any beliefs that are saying that the thing is not already done, okay? So, thank you for your videos. They always hit different. Wow, thank you for being here. I appreciate you joining us. Hey, Drishti, what is up? Thank you for joining. So that's what you would want to do if you're doing like a total life glow up, okay? Like, you want to find out where you are at naturally with each of those things, and then you're just going to affirm something that takes it one step beyond, okay? You're welcome. But it's really not, like, complicated, okay? It really isn't. The one thing that is, you know, it might be an issue is like the mental discipline of, you know, when you're first changing that belief, right? You know, the old belief might try to fight back and be like, well, hey, what about me? You've been thinking this way for X amount of years. And then you're like, no, you don't need to fight with it. You just say, no, we're not thinking like that anymore. And it could be instantaneous. Oh, you're having a moment? You needed me here. Well, I'm here. Hey. You have changed my life for the better with your advice. Thank you. Aw, I'm so glad. I'm so fucking happy for you. That is amazing. That is lit. Congratulations. But the process, you know, it really also comes down to this, okay? The thing is already done. It's just that you've been programmed to believe that certain things might take a long amount of time. Something is larger or smaller than something else. Something is more difficult or less difficult. You know what I mean? Thank you, Zaina. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining. What about feeling like you were putting too much effort, but things are the same or back and forth? If you feel like you're putting in too much effort, then you might want to relax with, like, you know, forcing yourself to constantly do something, okay? As long as you know, you're just in the moment and you're not thinking about the thing and you're mindfully not thinking against it. Okay, if that topic comes up, whatever it is, yeah, I'm taking a break from thinking about that for a little bit. You don't want to put a strain on yourself mentally, thinking that you have to figure it all out, that you need to do another technique, you need to find another channel or something. Like, just take a time out and say, you know what, it's already done. I'm not going to think about it anymore, okay? And that's gonna, you know, help with the things looking the same or things being back and forth, because the reason why things might look the same or going back and forth is because you're saying you're putting too much effort into it. So what does that imply? Okay, I'm putting a lot of effort into this, but things are not changing. Things look good, and then it's like one step forward, two steps back, right? Like, and that's the effort, because you're still saying that you're putting in a lot of effort with it. And that's why you're getting this looking the same, because you're saying, I'm putting in effort. I should have seen results right now. That's kind of the answer in that. Things look back and forth. Okay, well, one step forward, two steps back. Is there something else I need to do? Why is nothing, like, do you see? So nothing is happening because you feel like you're putting in too much effort without seeing the results, because the unspoken part of what you just said was, I'm putting in too much effort, which you have a belief that you're doing too much and still nothing is happening. So therefore that has to play out, right? And the back and forth could be like, you're really good on your mental diet, and then you go back to the old story, and then it's like you're serving this master, you're serving that master, so back and forth is indicative of what you have going on in your mind. So please, anyone in here, by all means, if you need to take a break, if you're just like, yo, like there's nothing for me to do right now, like I understand these principles, but I don't need to do anything else, just not think against it. If that was the only thing that you did, you would still see results, I promise you. You would still feel a shift within yourself. You would sense a shift within yourself, and then the outer would have no choice but to reflect that. So if someone is experiencing like a burnout or something of that nature, you know, you're welcome. You would just say, listen, it's done. I know it is on whatever level it's done, but like, I'm not going to keep doing this. I know it's done. There's nothing for me to do. And it's okay to take a break. It's okay. Like if you're, you know, in the moment, if you hanging out at the club with the homies, if you go to the gym, if you're watching a movie, if you're even scrolling on TikTok, okay, you're bed rotting, as they call it, right? You eating Doritos in bed, okay, and you have a fucking Miller Lite next to you, okay, as long as you're not thinking against your desire, the shit is already rolling towards you. Like, it's already rolling towards you now, or more better spoken is you rolling towards it because the desire is there. And if you're not thinking against it, you're just being moved to it anyway, whether you see things going on in the 3D or not. And this is something that if you have a very good and clear decision on, okay, the more clear you are on what you want, then the faster it's going to come, because now it's like you're super clear, so you're omitting any other possibility, right? So if you have clarity on something, I'm a multimillionaire, okay, then that's what it is. Just because you don't see it appear in front of you magically in that moment you declare it, doesn't mean that the thing is not already unfolding in some way that you're gonna know at a later point in time. So you know, you don't need to exhaust yourself ever in saying, okay, well, I need to do this, I need to do that, this is gonna, like, you're still, that's still coming from an ego mindset where the ego is like, okay, I put in A, B, C, I haven't seen any type of reward in my 3D, I'm doing something wrong, I need to do something else, I need to change the technique, I need to, that's all the ego, okay? When we're talking about, you know, reality creation, the thing is already done, we're just not doing anything to fuck with it, which is very, very fucking opposite from what we've been taught and programmed since an early age. If you don't study, you're not gonna pass the test, and if you keep failing all your tests, you're gonna fail the grade, and that, right? Like, so do you see how you're, you know, your program? This is why a lot of individuals, in my opinion, along the manifestation community, they even have limiting beliefs in terms of like the universe is testing you. Why? Because we've been programmed, right? Taking tests in fucking school. You're being tested. Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't aware that universal sources, you know, were fucking professors testing anyone, or having a fucking guidebook saying, you did this correct. No, you didn't. Like, no one is fucking doing that. But even someone in the manifestation community saying the universe is testing you, that's a limited belief, and it comes from egoistic programming, because you got tested in school, so you're thinking that. Okay, among other reasons, you know, but that's a big one in my opinion. And then there's also the whole thing, this or something better. Why? Because again, in school, we're programmed that someone else is the authority. Trust this person, okay? Someone else knows better than you. That's coming from the ego. It's coming from what you've been programmed. Oh, the universe is an authority figure. It knows better than you. So if you don't get what you want, the universe has something better for you. That is a limited belief for the reason I just said, among any other reason that someone has going on. Because the thing with this reality creation, it is as simple as it fucking sounds, but your ego tries to overcomplicate it because of the things that you have been programmed. Because if you were taught that you can create things out of your mind, no one, a majority, I don't want to say no one, because, you know, whatever, but a majority of you would not be working. You would not be going to school. You'd not be going to college. I mean, there would be a lot of things that you wouldn't be doing that serves society, okay, if all of you knew about this and really implemented it. And I'm not saying just you guys in the chat, I'm saying like in general, like as a whole, okay? That's why you're not taught these principles. And that's why these principles, if you really want to get into like reality co-creation, these principles have been around in like ancient texts, if you even want to call it ancient texts, but it's known throughout different regions, okay, different countries, different cultures, different religions, okay. There's multiple sources stating this, that you get what you think about. That's it. There's nothing, it is what it is. You think about something, it's on your mind, boom, it's in front of you. That's it. But, you know, in the religious concept, it's like motherfuckers would be like, oh, well, God is granting you that. Okay, well, if you want to put a belief and say that God is granting you that, and then that makes you believe it and you get it, okay, that's fine. But, you know, spiritual cultures will say, like, and this is, like, in my opinion, you know, toxic spirituality, like this fucking bullshit where motherfuckers will be like, well, you know, I achieved like a great spiritual level because I fasted and I raised my kundalini, and like, motherfucker, okay, you fast and you raise your kundalini, okay, that don't make you a master manifester because you did that. You might perceive that it did, and then that's what's playing out for you, but you don't need to raise your kundalini. You don't need to fucking, you know, do lotus position, fucking meditate. You don't need to do any of that. If you feel good doing that, yeah, but like in the spiritual community too, there's limiting beliefs, because they'll say that you can only manifest your reality by doing these type of practices, but that's not true, because everyone is born manifesting reality. You just like you're born, you drink water, you breathe oxygen. You just do it. It just is. Raise you cannoli. I love cannolis. I mean, that's really good. I don't know where that came from, but hey, I do love me some cannolis. They taste so fucking good. I have a sweet tooth, in case anyone didn't know. But yes, so manifestation really is very simple, and it's just the way that you are. So it's not even, you know, I don't even really know if it should be called manifestation, okay? Because it's just, that's what it is. So you're breathing, okay? You breathe oxygen. You don't consciously think, okay, well, I have to filter out whatever the fuck else is in the air and just take in the oxygen. No, you're doing it naturally, right? So that's the way that you would ideally look at reality co-creation. It's like you are the thinker, you are the observer, and what you say goes. You have whatever story going on, like a build your own adventure fucking book, and you're going with it, okay? And in every moment you are at a crossroads. You either choose the new version of you, the new identity, or you choose the previous identity. And it's going to be a lot easier to go with something that's fucking familiar, even if you don't like it. That's it. Conscious selection, just push play. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. So, I mean, you're just selecting what you want to see. But the thing is, if someone doesn't see instantaneous results, okay, and I've been there, because I'm not the most patient motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't a doctor, so I don't need more fucking patience, you know what I'm saying? I like my shit right away. The thing is that you had to trust yourself. That's the most important thing. Like, if you don't trust you, and that what is real in here is real, then you're really gonna be keeping it in like a state of limbo or back and forth, because you don't trust the unseen more than you trust the seen. You love the necklace. Thank you, Supernova. It's a shungite. I love shungite. Oh, hey, Marie Belle. Glad you're here. Glad you caught the live too. The only reality is your imagination. Absolutely, Ashley. Can I help you manifest a famous SP? I feel like we could be so perfect together. Guys, it's the same thing as any person, okay? They're famous. No, they're fucking not. You're famous. They're not a celebrity. You are. Don't think of them as a celebrity, because now you're adding an extra step in there, right? It's the same thing. It's just a person. So you're specific, okay, and this motherfucker, they so happen to be in your line of vision, and you're like, oh, okay, that looks interesting. We're together. That's it. What's your end goal? Marriage, relationship? I don't know what your end goal is. Just go with that. And who? Oh, they're famous. That's the ego's perception. Because how can anyone be famous in your reality other than you if you're the only thinker and the observer? To me, that's a little strange, right? You are famous, Ashley. Hell yeah. Would you consider affirming all day, forcing the 3D? It really depends the way you're going about it. Like, we're always affirming, because affirmations are really just thoughts that we're having. But if you're doing it from a place of like desperation, that can be forcing the 3D. You know, if you're forcing yourself, like, I have to say 10,000 affirmations in 1 hour or I'm not going to get what I want, that's forcing the 3D. But if you're affirming just in your mind and you're like, yeah, I have what I want, it's already done, that is an affirmation in and of itself. But it's more loose, it's more fluid. So it depends what you're, you know, what is the intent behind it. Are you affirming all day because you perceive if you don't, you're not going to get it? Or are you just affirming all day because that's what you want to do? Like, and again, I do want to say, you're always affirming. Everything is an affirmation. So you want to make it a note to think favorably, but that's not forcing affirming. That's just saying, oh, I'm going to think favorably. Oh, a negative thought came up. Yeah, I'm going to let that slide. I already have what I want. There's a difference in that. Creme de la creme. They're on pause until you press play. Hell yeah. That's exactly what it is. And remember, like, if you're not, okay, you would think that if you're in your mind and you're robotically affirming and you're going in, right? Like, that can seem like it's not forcing the 3D because it's something you're doing in your mind, but it's still coming from a third dimensional mind construct. If you're saying that if you don't affirm this amount of times, or if you don't do a visual every night, you're not going to get it. That's coming from 3D. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with doing things in the moment because you feel like it. There's nothing wrong with being mindful of your thoughts. Oh, am I having a negative thought? Okay, let me just look over here. Let me look in the opposite direction. That's not forcing the 3D, in my opinion. But if you're feeling burnt out and you're feeling like you have to force yourself, if you feel like you have to force yourself to manifest, then you're forcing something from a third dimensional illusion. Yeah, if you affirm randomly throughout the day, that's perfect, because everything is an affirmation. So it's like, you could say that I want a fucking burger for lunch, and you're starving all day, and you say I want a burger for lunch, and then you get a burger for lunch. That's, you know, it's an affirmation, isn't it? And, you know, I would recommend just being mindful of your mental diet, like, just as a whole, which is not forcing. It's just kind of like, okay, yeah, I stayed a little too long in that negative mindset. Let me just flip the script real quick. But it's only forcing if you feel forcing. Someone could be, you know, sitting for 8 hours doing a meditation, and that's feeling proper for them. That's not forcing. But someone else might be like, whoa, what do you, I have to do this? No, you don't have to do shit, honestly, you know. Hey Kircha, how are you? What is up? Thank you for joining. What do you think of reality shifting to fictional places? Well, why are you considering it a fictional place if you could see it in your mind? It's not fictional now, is it? Because you can visit it anytime you want, so it's not fiction, it's real. It's real in your mind. If you're thinking that something is fictional, you're putting a limit on that thing. So where do you want to go? Just go there in your mind, and at a certain point it's going to be projected to you in the 3D. Don't look at it as fictional, though. If you're looking at things... Ooh, I was on your FYP. Nice. I love it. Woohoo. I'm glad you're doing well. There's wine spilled all over me, but it's white, so it's okay. Because red wine would have left a mark, and then I'd be looking like a vampire. I had like some tasty snacks, you know, on human flesh or something, and you would think it's blood. But it's white wine, so it's fine. So let's see. What else are we discussing today? There was a topic that I had in my mind, and I was like, I want to talk about this, but it fucking flew out of my mind because I think so fast. But I'm hoping and I'm intending that it pops back up soon. But you know, your reality is really exactly what you say it is, okay? Exactly. And I'm sure you've seen evidence of this, just with specific people. And if you look back on your life, if you're not believing in manifestation, if you look back on your life and you're thinking, what was I thinking right before that situation happened? You're going to see that the 3D circumstances are in correspondence with what you were thinking and what you knew would happen before the thing happened. And if it was a perceived bad thing or a perceived good thing, it matters not. It just matters that you are aware that your thoughts had a bearing on things that are going on in the 3D. How do you deal with feelings of unsatisfaction, even if you're persisting? It doesn't matter what you're feeling. It matters that you're persisting. If you feel unsatisfied, you know, is like, if you don't like what you're seeing in the 3D, then you persist and you say, okay, yeah, this is phasing out. I'm just getting ready for the next chapter. It's already done. But in terms of an emotion, it doesn't matter if you're feeling unsatisfied, as long as you keep your mind on what you want. You've been watching my lives on YouTube and you enjoy the perspective and sermons. Wow, I'm glad you are enjoying the perspective and sermons. I love giving the perspective and sermons. Hell yeah, Supernova. You should be proud of all your manifestations, because you did that. It was all you. What do you think about subliminals? I mean, it's the same thing as anything. If you believe they're gonna work, they're gonna work. But, you know, you really don't need to do anything. You don't need to listen to a subliminal. You don't need to say affirmations. Like, the things that happen the quickest are things that you have no resistance to and things that you have a clear decision about. And why is that? It's not because the universe is testing you or rewarding you. No, it's just... you were clear. It was a clear channel. It was a direct broadcast. That's why. You had no resistance to it. Again, clear channel, direct broadcast. So that's how you were able to reach it. Because your only point of... you consider subliminals background noise? Yeah, I mean, they can be. They are. A lot of them are. But again, it's your perception of them. You're not... like, your consciousness is the only thing that is constant, okay? So if your consciousness is the only thing that is constant, and you made the decision, this is what it is, and you just didn't think against it, that things would still be shifting without you seeing it with your two eyes, even when you're sleeping. because you made the decision. So now that thing is super magnetized to you because it's a queer channel. So you're being drawn to it. It's like setting out, it's like a lighthouse and you in the ocean. But remember, in a few of my lives I mentioned that, you know, everything is made up of waves, right? So only it's energetic waves, not waves of the ocean. All you need to do is just sail. And you imagine that your mind, even if you're sleeping, there's still a magnet because there's no interference with that thing that you decided upon. And the lighthouse has a magnet as well that's like drawing you towards that thing in the waves, because the waves move you. And this is where inspired action comes from, okay? Hey, Bree, how are you? Hey, Leanne. What is going on? Thank you guys for joining. So the waves are always moving you, because remember, nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. That's from the Kybalion. I really recommend that book. Oh man, I love that book. Ooh, hell yeah. So even when you think that there's no movement, because nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates, there's still movement. Like, there was this thing that I saw or read, or I don't know, it's like something where they say that even things in your 3D that you think you can touch, you're not even really touching them, even though it feels like you are, because there's always like a slight separation between you and the thing, okay? And that's how I'm like, to me, I interpreted that from my own perspective as like, yeah, that's how even science is saying that the 3D is not real, because if it was real, you would be able to touch it solidly, right? It feels like it because that's part of the program. You're programmed to think, right? But it's really just two signals that are feeding off each other, and it's giving you the signal, oh, look here, believe me, I'm real, but I'm not. But that's why it's not technically touching. And you could look at, I don't know what the fucking thing is called, but it's like a scientific thing. But, you know, the way I interpret science is like the way I interpret science. And I was like, that's just showing how unreal reality is, because yeah, even the things that you think you're touching, you're not even fucking touching them from a scientific perspective. Yeah, supernova, you heard that too? Yeah, I don't know what that's even called, but I've read that. I was like, what? The book that I mentioned is the Kybalion, Kybalion, and it's written by the 3 initiates, and it's really fucking pimp. It's fucking amazing. I have to pleasure myself as I read it sometimes, because it's just so fucking good, and I'm like, oh my god, this is what I get off on, reading that type of shit. Yeah, Jess, we never really touch anything. It's just like, it is what it is. So it's like, if you're not really even touching things that you're saying you're touching, like, okay, is reality really real then? And that's like backed by science. Ooh, Tam, the Kybalion is your favorite book? Hell yeah, it's like one of my favorites too. Like, my top books for manifestation, I would say, I mean, the Kybalion is definitely in the top 3. The Bible is definitely in the top 3. The KJV version, because we like the KJV. Amber, I go live whenever you need it most. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. Oh, the God Academy. Yeah, Ashley, that book is so good. That one is dope as fuck. I love that book. Hold on, let's just take another sippy sip, because that's how I fucking roll. I wish I remember that topic that I want to talk about, but it eludes me in the moment. Maybe it'll come up at another point. Maybe if I keep reminding myself, it'll come up, or maybe if I let it go completely, it will. I'm just checking to see if I have anything interesting in my notes here, because that's how I write down all my fucking things. Ooh. Okay. So when we're talking about like things such as identity shifting and, you know, subconscious beliefs and everything like that, the thing that I want to remind you is that you're constantly shifting states, okay? It's not like this magical thing, although it can be, you know, in certain instances, right? It can be this magical experience where it's like, you know, that something is different, right? But we're really shifting states in every moment, okay? So in every moment, there's always a choice. You want to picture every now moment there's a crossroads, okay? Am I thinking like this or am I thinking like that? And the crossroads is like there's infinite possibilities, right, in the quantum field. So in every moment you have a choice. Who am I being? Am I being the individual that has it? Or am I being the individual that is looking for it or perceiving that there's something else I need to do to get it or something, right? That's what you want to ask yourself. That's what you want to be mindful of. Because when you are observing things, right, it's only your perception that matters. It doesn't matter what the thing is. This is why you can have different individuals looking at the same thing and they will all notice something different about it, okay, because their point of awareness is different. So what I suggest, I think I've like made a video on this, but I'm going to say it again because why the fuck not? What you want to do is think of, in this moment, who am I choosing to be? Okay, so you step outside, right? Let's say you're going out, you're going to get coffee, go to the gym, whatever the fuck, I don't know, whatever your schedule is, okay? Before you step out the door, who am I being? Okay, who am I being? Am I being someone who is magnetic to everything that I want? Am I someone who's like running out the door because I feel rushed and I'm like anxious about something? Am I walking out the door expecting that there's going to be good things to greet me, bad things to greet? Like, what is your dominant expectation before you do anything? Take inventory of that. Okay, if you really want like a fucking life glow up, you know what I mean? And you don't need to make a whole process out of it, because in every moment, remember, is brand new. You can just step forward into the new atmosphere and never go back to whatever the fuck it is ever again, right? But you have to consciously make that choice. So let's say you're someone who, you know, you have different things going on throughout the day. Okay, you do your morning errands. Before you go do your morning errands, you're gonna say, I'm the motherfucker that gets everything done in the perfect amount of time. This my errands have gotten smoother than I expect, faster than I expect, better than I expect. Boom. You set that intention and you dominate the scene before you even get there. Okay, the same thing if you have a business Zoom meeting or something, right? Before the business Zoom meeting, you say this meeting is going to go better than I expected. Everyone is going to respect me. Everyone is going to love my opinion. I'm going to be the fucking star of the show, whatever it is. Or if you're someone you want to just kind of sit back and yeah, no one's even noticing that I'm jerking off underneath the fucking desk right now. I don't really give a shit about this meeting, but no one notices because I'm the shit. I'm the Lord. There is none else, and I just showed face, and that was good enough for them because the face of God presented itself today, right? Whatever your fucking intention is for the little things that you do throughout the day that you don't even perceive would have any bearing on your manifestation, you're going to do this, okay? That's it. That's it. Set intentions before various things throughout the day, and you're going to start seeing that even those mini intentions add up, okay? And what are you thinking dominantly throughout the day? Are you in a place of lack? Where's the money? Where's this person? No, we're not doing that. We're saying, I'm the Lord and there is none else. Everything always goes my way perfectly, smoothly, better than I expected, because I fucking said so. You have to declare your godliness so that your godliness can be reflected back to you. So you this is why when I talk to individuals, I'm like, it's not just like you might have stumbled into this community for like a quick fix or some shit, but it's not a quick fix, it's a lifestyle. Okay? Did anyone tell you ever how to breathe? And I'm not talking about you taking swimming lessons and they're telling you turn your face and do this under the fucking what? No, no, no. Don't try to be cute up in here, even though you all are very cute. But don't try to make a cute ass fucking remark and say like, oh, well, you know, when I took swimming lessons, someone did tell me how to breathe. No, we ain't talking about that. We're talking about naturally. You were never taught how to fucking breathe, but you do it. Just like you do with manifestation. You just do it. Okay? But you were programmed to not manifest to your benefit. You were programmed to manifest to your detriment. And that's part of the rules of the game, which it's okay. I mean, we're here, we're in the game now. What the fuck else? You know what I'm saying? We're here. We might as well fucking have fun with it. You know what I mean? So, since you're always manifesting, you're not doing it just to get that one thing. Ideally, you're doing it because you want like a good experience in the video game. And what does that do? It's not just, okay, well, yeah, I'm manifesting. Oh, I got the money. Okay, good. And everything else is shitty. Like, I mean, unless that's something you want, like, you know what I'm saying? That's up to you. But you have to, if you really want to fucking live your best life, you have to do it in a way that it's natural to you. In a way that it just feels natural. And what does that do? That's the entire air of your life, so that's just flowing smoothly. When you wake up, what are you doing? Oh man, I'm so fucking amazing. May everyone today bear witness to my glory, because I'm the first, I'm the last, I'm the only, I'm the Lord, and there is none else, and I'm so fucking amazing. And everyone and everything around me only reflects the amazance that is me. Boom. Okay, you set the tone for the fucking day. When you go to sleep, you do the same thing. I am having the most wonderful, beautiful, restful sleeps. All of my dreams are pleasant. I am waking up refreshed, rejuvenated, relaxed, and calm, and all that shit. For I am the Lord and there is none else. And even when I'm sleeping, I know that things are still unfolding, because the universe works overtime to get me what I want. For I am the Lord and there is none else. That's it. And do it for those little things, like I said, before you do your errands, before you get on the Zoom meeting. Declare who the fuck you are before the thing. And if you're having some resistance, you're just going to say, that went better than I expected. And that one I have seen across the board. Whenever you do something, that went better than I expected. Yeah, it already went better than I expected. Because you're leaving it open to where your ego is not going to fight you on it. Because better than you expected could be anything, right? So it's keeping it general, but it's still setting the tone for greatness. So that's what you fucking do, Ashley. I love that emoji. You sat up and got your notes. Oh my god, I love it. Raina, what's strange is that usually stuff does go better than we expect. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, we're not looking at it as strange. We're just like, it already is better than I expected. It already is. It's normal for things to go better than I expected. It's not strange at all. It might be strange to another fucker, but not me. For I am the Lord and there is none else. There's your affirmation this morning, Ashley. Everything turns out better than I expect. Hell yeah. And that could be used for like every area of your life, like every different context, okay? You always want to take it one step beyond, but then you want to put like the most positive spin you can on it, okay? Because if you're just saying it turned out better than I expected, it's a good thing no matter what, right? But it's still not something where it's like super far-fetched, where your ego is going to try to kick and scream and be like, oh no, motherfucker. No. That's how you truly shift identities in every moment. You calleth those things which be not as though they are, and then they come to pass. Don't you just love that? Like, I love it. I don't know if they say it in all the fucking versions of the Bible. That one, the KJV, where it says, and it came to pass. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. And it came to pass. Like, whew. Yes, it fucking did. Because remember, you're time traveler. We're all time travelers. We're all traveling through time. It's just that, where our awareness is only focused on the now, but we're traversing through various now moments. So those are moments in time. So if you're time traveling like third dimensionally, right? You're also time traveling in your mind. When you're saying this is what a thing is going on now, right? The future. You're traveling to that destination as you fucking declare it. You're traveling through now moments in time to that future destination when you make the decision. Bong water, bitch. Love your content, diva. Thank you. Glad you love the content. Glad you're here. Luna, you woke up from a nap and thought you time travel. Yo, for real, seriously? Naps do be like that, though. They do be like that. It's like, wait, what? Like, you fell asleep and, like, it was the afternoon, all of a sudden it's dark out. You're like, wait, what dimension am I in? So you're traveling through time and you're always doing it, right? Because think about it. Like, even yesterday, like, let's go with that, okay? What the fuck was I doing yesterday? I don't even fucking remember. Oh, man, because it's not in the now moment. I don't know. I guess it wasn't significant. But whatever I did yesterday, I traveled through yesterday into this moment now. I traveled through time. What was I doing? I don't know. I was thinking good thoughts. That's what I was doing. So it's like the time fucking flew by. But even tomorrow, right? I'm traveling in each now moment, because each now moment, like the waves, the fucking lighthouse analogy I made, it's carrying me to tomorrow, which doesn't exist, but I'm still traveling there, right? So you're just traveling through now moments. And if you make each now moment as fucking spectacular as you possibly can, it's just going to be your baseline. Okay, so your baseline is just to be like, yeah, it's cool, it's fine. Like, there was this thing, I might have mentioned it on a live before, I'm not sure, or I might have mentioned it in a video, but there was this thing and it said, leave an insult on the ground and its owner will come find it. Okay, and who does it belong to? I don't know. Maybe a whole multitude of motherfuckers, right? Like, you leave something out and whoever is resonating with that is going to find it. Okay, so let's say, for example, I don't know, someone throws an insult your way or tries to or whatever, and someone's gonna say, oh, but if you're in the proper vibration, that's not gonna happen. No, it's a fucking metaphor. It's a metaphor. If someone were to insult you, okay, or try to, you would look at them like, huh? Like, you wouldn't even take offense to it. You would just not even notice, or you would be confused, or you'd be like, what's going on with that? Like, you know what I mean? You wouldn't like, right? Because you don't have any identity towards that insult, okay? You wouldn't, so you're not going to take offense to it. Just like, let's say if someone gives you a compliment even, and you don't have any resonance or identity with that positive thing someone is saying about you, you'd be like, oh no, I'm not, like, right? Like, and I'm not saying like I mean, listen, if someone gives you a compliment, you accept that motherfucker. You say, hell, fuck, yeah, may everyone bear witness to my greatness. Okay? You accept that. Accept money, accept gifts, accept compliments all the time, because that's showing you your godliness, right? Things are being offered to you to your pleasure and benefit. But if you're not in resonance, okay, throw a compliment on the ground and its owner will come find it. Okay, you're being magnetized to the things that you already identify with, or those things are being magnetized towards you, however you want to look at it, right? Okay, so your desired timeline is there for you to gravitate towards it. Leave an insult on the ground, owner come and find it. Leave a compliment on the ground, the owner come and find it. Okay, so the thing that you want, it's like calling to you because it's there and you're like, oh shit, let me go get that motherfucker. How you get that motherfucker? You keep thinking that the motherfucker is there. Okay, yeah, it's here, I got it. I'm gonna grasp my fucking timeline. That's what you're doing, okay? But the stories that you tell about yourself, right? It could be something so misconstrued. What the wow. It could be something so misconstrued. Like, let's say you're dealing with a fucking person, okay? And you don't hear from them for a day, okay? Let's go with the leave a insult on the ground. Its owner is going to come find it. So there's no insult, because remember, the thing is neutral, but you had that belief in you that there was something to be insulted by. So you'd be like, oh, you're going to think they're doing something shady. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't choose you. They're ignoring you, right? Like, you see, because you already had that within you. You're influencing that situation by something that's going on with you, so you're interpreting it negatively, compared to if it was like complimentary. Oh, I didn't hear from them today. I know why I didn't hear from them today, because they went to go book this amazing trip for us. They went out of their way to fucking buy all my favorite in-flight snacks. They went out of their way to buy new luggage. They were just they went to the fucking airport to make sure that they would send a fucking chauffeur to my home with them in it, with a bouquet of roses, so that they're gonna take me on some random fucking trip tomorrow. That's why they didn't get back to me today. You're already looking for the positive in it, right? Because you're the owner of that positive belief, so you're looking for it. Not, oh, well, they must not like you. They must be fucking someone. They must be ghosting you, right? Like, do you see what I'm saying? So whatever it is in the 3D, your story is going to be the filter. You know, the belief system, the ego is claiming possession over it. So it's going to go sniffing out. It's be like, yo, what's going on here? Oh, that must be it. Whether you perceive it as good or you perceive it as bad, you know, that's up to the individual. But you're going to go looking for things that are already in resonance with you. Just like if that insult or that compliment was on the ground, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that belongs to me. This is what's happening, right? Just like you're saying, they ain't calling you back because they're ghosting you. That belief system belongs to you. So you picked it up and you fucking ran with it. He. Like, damn, bro. If you're going to spin a fucking fairy tale, it might as well be one that you want, not some fucking, you know what I mean? Because we're all spinning fucking fairy tales. It's all fucking fairy tale. It's all a fucking dream. You know what I'm saying? It's all a dream. This entire thing is like one big lucid dream. It really is. And the more you fucking, you know, get into it, you're gonna see how malleable reality is, and you'd be like, oh, I created that situation. Yeah, that situation was neutral, but there was a belief that I had, and it took it saw that neutral situation, it said, ooh, let me try to fit this in over here, right? Ran with it. So everything is neutral. You're the one that's assigning the meaning, okay? That's it. Some motherfuckers like fruits, some motherfuckers like vegetables. Does that mean one is good and one is bad? No, it's just you're assigning the meaning. You're assigning the meaning to fucking everything. And how to know that you really have shifted is not necessarily going to be from the 3D. You're going to sense it here first. You're going to feel calm. You're going to feel neutral, because there is nothing that you're going to perceive insulting that belongs to you. And even if the 3D looks the same, which might have insulted a previous version of you, you're not even going to take offense to it. You'll be like, oh, the 3D, whatever, I don't know what's going on there. I don't care. It is what it is. Because that story is now defunct. You could reactivate it again, sure, but it's defunct. Just like if someone were to compliment you and you didn't resonate with it, you'd be like, well, they're talking to me. Just like if someone was to insult you, you didn't resonate with it, you'd be like, you talking to me? Because you're not jiving with whatever it is that they're saying. Just like the 3D can look the same or it can look the opposite to your ego. But when you have shifted, you're like, okay, because you're not picking up anything. You're just like, well, that's what it is. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing belongs to me here. So why am I going to participate in it? It's like someone coming up and they're saying you're Mufasa, but you're Pumbaa, but they're calling you Mufasa. You're not going to turn around. You're not going to care. You're just like, okay. So that's what it is. And that's how you know you shifted. When something on the outside seems the same, but you are responding differently. And if you have to make a conscious effort to respond differently at first, like, and be mindful, like, okay, how would a former version of me have handled this? You can do the fucking opposite. You know, not that you have to do anything, but I mean, you do the opposite in your mind. You don't need to do anything opposite in the 3D. You could ignore it in the 3D. I mean, I don't fucking know, whatever the fuck situation is, but you're gonna perceive it differently in your mind. You'll be like, okay, yeah, that's already done, it's over. Nothing to see here, that's all, folks. You know what I mean? You love the recent Lion King references. Yeah, I don't know where the Lion King popped up in the chat out of nowhere, but I'm loving it too, so I'm glad you do. Oh, hey Corey, welcome. Hell yes, glad you're here. You caught the live. So Lion King is very lively today. Ooh, jack-o'-lantern and chili pepper. I love it. Thank you, Corey Marie. Woo, hearts. Lightning. I love me some lightning. Hell yeah, that's how fast I like my desires to fucking show up in lightning speed. Hell yeah. So let's normalize things shifting instantaneously. Let's normalize things like this, okay? Because remember, there is no time frame that your manifestation will arrive or not arrive. The time depends on you. It depends on how frequent you are in your mind about the thing, okay? And it depends if you have resistance to the thing. So if you frequented that point on time, which time is a place and space, and you're like, yeah, my millions are done now, this is my lifestyle, okay? You frequented it once, you have no resistance. Good. Okay, the thing is just, it'll show up very, very quickly, likely because you're not interfering with it, or at least your ego isn't. Or if it's something that you have resistance to, oh, my millions of dollars, oh no, you want to check the bank balance, oh no, but this bill came, oh no, but okay, then you're going to be mindful and you say, no, I'm going to frequent the desired reality more than I'm frequenting the lack of it. That is all dependent on you, okay? Is it okay to say the contrary to other people, but to know the truth internally? I don't know. You're the creator of your reality. Is it okay? Because if you have an issue with that, and then you're saying, if I tell someone what, you know, my manifestation is, but it's not going on, then I'm doing something wrong, then you can make it a detriment to you. But if you're just like, yeah, this is already done, I'm telling people because they're going to see it sooner or later and I'm okay with it, then it's not. It depends on, you know, how you look at the situation. Because you could tell someone, oh yeah, I'm a multimillionaire, this is going on, that's going on, and you're like, well, I mean, that's what it is, and you're convicted in it, sure. But if you're saying that, then you're like, oh no, I lied, oh no, I said that, right? Then now you're projecting that you lied, so you're contradicting your own story that you are a millionaire or whatever it is, right? So you want to look at the undertone of you telling other people the contrary. If you're convicted in it, it's not a detriment. If you're not convicted in it, then it's like you're aware that you're telling a false story, which in turn is causing it to be a false story for you because you're like, well, it's not here, but I'm lying to them. But then you're perpetuating the story, it's not here, but I'm lying to them. So which one are you? You know what I mean? Your car insurance went up to $575. You said, nope, they made a mistake. Hell yeah, they did. They made a big mistake with that. In fact, they gonna owe you some fucking money. Hell yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Love the convo. Appreciate you. Thank you, Miles. I appreciate you being here. Glad you love the convo. How can you manifest a singer to become your husband? They already are your husband. You don't need a method. You just declare that it's done, and it is. Like, the thing is, like, the affirmations, the visuals, all of this, they can be helpful, but they're not creating the thing, because the thing is already created. It's just a matter if you have any beliefs that are contradicting the thing already being done. Whee! There goes my cap. How do you stop being so logical? Man, I don't, honestly, what I would say is just go with things that you have manifested in the past, where it didn't make logical sense how it came up, but it kind of makes logical sense because you were thinking it. Even if it's something that you perceived as negative, right? Oh, you just knew that was going to happen. It was something negative and then it happened. You could look at it at your now perspective. Well, I did that and I thought about it and then I got these results. So who's to say I can't do that again now, only with something positive? That would be the easiest way for me, proving yourself in a way, in a logical way that manifestation is real, and then saying you can do it again. Tips for bypassing limiting beliefs. You're not bypassing them, you're just kind of inserting a new belief in there, and the other one just gets dissolved. You're not fighting with anything. You're just, you know, taking on a new identity. So if you're limiting belief before, let's use an example, money doesn't grow on trees, you can say, well, that's not true because I have a money tree in my fucking yard. That, I mean, and you just go in with the new story. You're not fighting with anything, you know. The Sandman on Netflix, when he creates his realm and he also creates people. Woo! Hell yeah, Corey Marie. Thank you for the mention of that. I gotta write that down because now that's something interesting as I jam out to my fucking trance music. The Sandman on Netflix. Whoa. Netflix. Okay. Yeah, they say that the Truman Show is like that too. Not where it's really manifestation, but it's kind of like this reality is a show and it's not real. Ooh, thank you for the heart. I love it. Hell yeah. I think so. I love any movies that are talking about like manifestation and like sci-fi and shit like that. And metaphysics. Moxie Parker, thank you for the gift. Can the results of thought transmission be affected when someone approaches it with uncertainty? Well, number one, you can't approach it with uncertainty because it's just happening, because the other person is you, because it's all one consciousness, so you're just doing it naturally. But if you're the one that's saying that you're uncertain that it works, then it's still working, but it's working under the bracket of, well, I'm not sure if this works. So the person is going to be receiving it, but it's going to look like they're not receiving it because you're uncertain if it works. Or it might work with certain things, and then other things it just isn't, you know. Mr. Explorer, you love my videos. Thank you. Love that you're here in the chat. Thank you for joining. Do you have a trance playlist somewhere? I mean, I have my playlist on YouTube Music. But the thing with trance is that like I have shit that I like, and to me there's so many different versions of like trance, which I just labeled under trance. That I don't know what you would like. You know what I mean? So it's like if I like a song, it doesn't mean you're gonna like it. But I recommend just searching trance music, and seeing what song comes up and you're jiving with it, and just let that playlist go play naturally, and you're gonna find other songs that are similar to that one that you liked. It's been a game changer for understanding quantum physics. I don't know what's going on in the chat here, but yeah, quantum physics. Quantum physics is it's actually, it's kind of simple if you think about it. And motherfuckers are always like, oh well, quantum physics, if you truly understand it, that means you don't understand it at all or something, and it's like a paradox, but it's not. It's actually very simple. Quantum physics is, you are observing thought forms or visuals or whatever in your mind. You're observing it, you're focused on it. They're made of waves. The more you focus on the thing, or if you focus on the thing with just like a clear channel and you leave it alone, you're collapsing the wave into a particle. And then because you're the one that collapsed into that particle, it's magnetizing you to meet it where it is, and it's bringing you there through the waves so that you can see the particle. It's the same process mentally. Wow, it's the same process mentally as physically. I just fucking saw it. I understand it. Holy shit, I understand it. Oh my god, I have never fucking understood it in the way that I did. So here's how it works, because I just fucking saw it, because I fucking see shit, because that's how I roll. Quantum physics, especially if anyone is unfamiliar with quantum physics, look at the double slit experiment. There's this like little cartoon, and it's like, I don't know, this guy with like a white hair or something, and he's like a lab coat, and it's like a little animation. That's the one that I would recommend, because they explain it so simply. You can find it on YouTube. Look for the quantum physics double slit experiment with the animation with the white haired doctor with the white lab coat. Okay, but from what I just saw, okay, quantum physics works because everything is waves, okay, until it is slowed down into matter. So your thoughts and your visuals, they are made of waves. It's energetic potential, and they are kind of like radio waves, right? Or like Wi-Fi. You don't see it, but it's there, and it's always working, okay? And it's no different, like your mind, like you're emitting frequency, okay? So what happens is that on that energetic level now, because that reality already exists, you're tuning into it, okay? It's kind of like bringing you there, because the wave is it's collapsing, it's shrinking, it's bringing you closer there, because you're the one that's magnetized to it and into you, right? Because of your observance of the thing. But it looks on the 3D level the same way that it is in like the ethereal realm, or whatever you want to call it, the intangible, the unseen. It's the same thing on the 3D level, because you're shifting and you're collapsing, you're moving through the wave, you're collapsing time, because remember, you're a time traveler, you're traveling through time, because that thing is collapsing into your 3D, right? Like it as it's coagulating into matter, it's magnetizing you towards it, but the matter was already there, but you were unable to see it because you weren't looking for it. And now it opens up your third eye, which was seeing the thing before it was in the 3D, now opens the receptors of your two physical eyes to see it in 3D, because it is you, but you had blinders onto it. But it works the same way. So as the waves are collapsing, right, to make that timeline more tangible, that timeline is magnetizing you towards it. So you're collapsing time as the waves are collapsing. It's all the same thing. And you're collapsing time the way that the waves are collapsing by the more you focus on the thing, laser sharp, and you're not looking elsewhere for it. So then your two eyes are now opened and they are now enabled to see that thing which was already there. Man, I don't know how I explained that, but I just fucking saw it. And I saw how the quantum field fucking works. It's you. But one is moving through time, collapsing the wave from a physical level. You're collapsing the days or the hours, right? You're shrinking it by your focus on the thing. And so when you are emitting that thought, the waves are collapsing, but the waves that are collapsing are carrying you towards it. Like I said with that metaphor at the lighthouse, it's already there. So this is why you hear sometimes where you could be thinking about manifesting a relationship, okay, which you're not really manifesting the relationship is already there, but you did not have the awareness to see it. But this is what's trippy. It might have been right in front of you the whole fucking time, or the money or whatever, right? It was there, but you were just looking elsewhere for it. So the signal was choppy, right? Or you were focused in different directions, okay? So it's there, and you might have been living on the same street as the person that you're in a relationship with, right? And you were both living there for 5 years. You never crossed paths until that moment when the wave collapsed. But it was there the whole time. And that is how it works with anything, right? So your millions of dollars are there. They were in some bank account or some shit, right? But you were looking, where is it? How come it's not there? You weren't collapsing the wave. You were, collapsing other waves and other fucking things, like not laser focused on that one thing. But the bank account been sitting there, okay, earning interest the whole fucking time. But then when you collapsed the wave, you were able to see it with your two eyes, because your eyes were not opened. These eyes were not open to seeing it because this eye was choppy in the signal that it was broadcasting. Not because your third eye is choppy or your God self is not always connected to the things, but because your ego is blocking the signal. It's saying, no, we're going to look over here. No, we're going to look over there. And it's okay. So you were conducting yourself from the ego standpoint and not this standpoint. And you were doing it in an erratic fashion. So the thing was in front of you, but you kept missing it. So you have this dream partner that you were living on the same block with for 5 years, and they were fucking right across the street, and you kept missing them, right? Because the signal was like the thing was already there, right? The motherfucker was there. But you were like, oh no, but where is it? Okay, so you were supposed to cross paths because they got a package delivered for you at their address, and they were gonna go bring it over. But then you say, oh no, where's the dream partner? They're not there. Oh, let me go to the gym instead today. So instead of them meeting you, they just leave it in front of your door, right? You see. And you will see this shit. You will see this shit when your eyes have been open to that new reality, because like the Kabbalion said, the fucking lips of wisdom are sealed aside from those who are ready to fucking hear it, or however the fuck that quote goes. I don't know exactly. Don't quote me on it. Man, I just fucking saw it. Wow. That was great. So whoever mentioned quantum physics, thank you so much for that, because I just literally fucking saw it. I saw a whole vision in my mind. The shit is already there. But you are not collapsing the wave if you keep putting up an interference signal. And the interference is coming from the ego. Okay? It's like you flying in the aeroplane and you know what I'm saying? Then there's clouds. You can't see the ground. It doesn't mean the ground is not there. It's just you can't see it because there's an interference. There's something in the way. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't even know what's going on in the chat because I went on another fucking mountain here. It's all good though. Jesus. Get off the notorious penis. Hell yeah, thoughts controlled. Corey Marie, I'm glad you remember that. That's what I always do. And I do it naturally. I don't even try to do it. It's like, oh, here's a thought I don't like. Jesus, get off the notorious. That's what I do. I'm super odd though. Um oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. See, that's why I can't, like, whenever someone asks me what I do, I'm like, I don't know, man. I just do random shit and it fucking works. Random shit. So that is how you collapse a wave. It's just your attention on it. It's just your attention on the thing. If you declare something one time and you weren't to think about it again, it's like you left that signal alone. So it's still a clear channel. But if you think of something and you have resistance to it, then it's like, okay, the signal is trying to get through, but it's not, because you're the one that's not clear. You're like, oh, but what if? Oh, but what if? You're interfering. It's an interference pattern. Okay. And this is how, also what they said about the quantum thing with the double slit experiment is, the wave is going to behave the way. Thank you, Lewis, for the gift. The wave is going to behave based upon what the observer expects to see, right? It's just going to shapeshift. So you're expecting to see something. The wave is shapeshifting and it's bringing you what you want. That's all it is. And I mean see with like the third eye, not see with your two physical eyes. Moxie, thank you. You love my necklace. Thank you so much. Thank you for elaborating on quantum physics. I wish more people knew about manifesting. You're welcome. Yeah, I mean, it kind of like, it's not that you need to know the mechanics of quantum mechanics to manifest, because you're naturally doing it, but it helps to understand exactly like what is happening for those that need that on some level. I mean, it's interesting as fuck too. I ain't gonna lie, it's interesting as fuck. But for those that need more science and proof to help them, like, just come to the realization that they've been manifesting their whole lives, and you get what you think about the quantum shit, that's the way to go, like, legit. Icon Hayes, what's up? Welcome. Thank you for joining. You have the triangle on the back of your neck. Nice. Yeah, I'm deciding what my next tattoo should be. I think I'm gonna make it my sigil, but I don't know where to get it. I think maybe because where the hell is my tattoo? Oh, is it? It's on this side. Okay. Yeah, so I think I might get it on this side of my neck, my sigil. Just a little mini one. What's unfolding energetically across the dimensions when some manifestations falter? Icon Hayes, you have a huge plan for more tattoos. Hell yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. They're already done. They're already done. They're healed perfectly. And they look fucking lit as fuck. Okay. What's I want to get to this. What's unfolding energetically across the dimensions when some manifestations falter? What's unfolding is that the clear signal is being interrupted by your wavering, or not you necessarily, but in general, someone's wavering. Okay, so they falter because there was the belief might have had an underlying belief in it. Okay, it might have had a caveat. Oh, Jesus Christ. Woo. Jesus, Mary, and Buddha. Okay, we're back. I might kick it again. It's all good though. Like, we chilling. It's fine. It's because the signal is not pure. The signal was tainted. So you can get the manifestation But maybe there was some caveat to it. Why? Because whoever was manifesting it added the caveat. Or why it showed up and then it went away again, because there was likely an underlying belief that contradicted the manifestation that was not addressed. So you got the manifestation, but you got it like half-ass, okay? And that would be the only reason. That would be the only reason it's still coming from you, okay? I have experienced this where I've manifested things and it was the thing like to the T, but there was some undertone to it. And I said, what the fuck? And then I had to go in and look like, okay, it came from me, so what did I do? And I'm not saying you need to do this, but I personally do this because I'm like, okay, if it's something that I really fucking want and then I got it, but there was like something in there that it was like laced with some shit, you know what I'm saying? It was laced with some funky shit. Oh my, why am I kicking this? Goodness gracious, I'm trying to be comfortable here. But it's because you had an underlying belief, either that or you were wavering, or you got like a little bit of it, but then the underlying belief caused it to go away again, okay? So you want to be like really clear, especially if it's something that, you know, you have noticed a pattern with in the past, or you perceive that this thing is big, or your ego perceives it as big. You want to try to look at like, you know, this is normal and natural for me to have this thing, or whatever the case is, okay? You want to like smooth it over before it even arrives, which, you know, sometimes like the interesting thing with like the time delay, if there is one, is like you can calibrate yourself, okay? Like, so if something doesn't instantaneously appear in the 3D, okay, you know, number one, you're not calibrated with the pureness of that thing, because else it already would have. And you want to look at it as like, okay, during the interim, whatever it is, okay, let's say you wanted something, you decided a week ago, it's not here yet. Okay, so now would be the time for you to look, do I have any underlying beliefs that contradict this thing? Have I been wavering? What have I been doing? And that can be a good thing, so you can nip that shit before the thing arrives in the 3D. And then let's say it arrives and then you're unable to maintain it for whatever reason because you didn't address the underlying belief. So it could be, if you want to look at like if there is a time delay, even though there isn't, because there is no time, because there's only moment of now, but you're like, in my now moment, like, is this thing, you know, something that I have a pure queer channel with? And if it isn't, then it's a good thing in a way, in my opinion, that it hasn't shown up. So you could tweak it so when it and you meet each other in the 3D, it's smooth, perfect, magical, and easy, because that's how we roll. We like smooth, perfect, magical, and easy. You know what I'm saying? Sherry, baby, you wonder if she's still live? Ooh, here I am. Well, here you are too, so thank you for joining. You got some manifestations after a very long period of time, but you took your time to align. Yeah, I mean, that's the way to do it, you know? And with some things, it might seem like they're taking longer. Some things might seem like they arrive quick, or they do arrive quick, but it just depends on you, okay? But I can tell you this, if you're, you know, the thing is already done, okay? And like I said in the beginning, the main component is trust. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust that your internal realm is more serious than the 3D. That's the only thing you take seriously, what's going on in your mind. Anything in the 3D, it's a show. It's like a tangible output of what you have going on in your mind. That's it. So if you don't like what you're seeing, you're gonna find a way around it, okay? And if you don't like what you're seeing and you find a way around it, the easiest thing to do is to just focus on what you want. Not, why isn't this happening? Why is this happening again? Why is this taking so long? But I started this and it's been 2 weeks and I still haven't seen anything. All of that is interrupting the pure channel signal. It's interrupting it. It's causing an interference pattern. You got an Miss Pickles. You you got an old acquaintance sending you nudes 2 seconds ago. Did you create this? Hey, I mean, it's in your reality, so to some level, you did create it. You did create it on some level. The question is why? I mean, why did that show up? That's so interesting, though. But well, exactly, Tanya. Remind yourself of what you would be doing if you're already there, because that's what's taking it one step beyond. It's just like, who am I being? Do I have it? Do I not have it? Okay, let me check myself real quick and just go back in. Like it's not that serious. If you like fall off, if you spiral for a fucking hour, who cares? That hour no longer exists unless you summon it by keep fixating on that 1 hour. You know what I mean? If you do 24-hour coaching, can you text as much as you want that day? I mean, it's unlimited, so whatever you want to say would be included with that. And it's text and voice notes. I've noticed kids usually have more developed gifts but fade with age. What's the reason for this? Well, I mean, number one, that's a story that you're telling yourself. So if you started telling yourself that that doesn't happen, that people have gifts from childhood and then they maintain those gifts as adults, you would start seeing that. But another explanation might be is because we're programmed to not believe in manifestation and have this ethereal realm experiences and things like that. So it could just be part of the program, and then that program that these type of things are whimsical and magical and science fiction don't happen, and they start to believe that, and then they turn into adults that believe that. But it's still your perception of the thing. So if you started saying that you see gifts in everyone around you, that's also going to be the story that plays out for you. Courtney, you've listened to a lot of people talk about this, and I'm the best. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Woo. What was the biggest game-changing shift or awareness to you that changed things the most? There's no one big thing. It was just kind of compiled of experiences that I've had. But I personally, I was like, okay, what is the common denominator here? Oh, well, I created this, I created that. It just, I would notice that things that I would think about would happen in 3D. And I just thought at first it was like, being psychic, which, I mean, it can be to an extent, but everyone is psychic, just like everyone's manifesting. And then I was just like, okay, I'm making this shit happen. And it just kind of, I don't know. It was like more of an unfolding. It wasn't just like one thing radicalized my views. Tyler Henry, the Hollywood psychic, do you think it's real? I think I know who you're talking about. Actually, that's like one person that I actually know. Listen, to me, psychic ability is real. Okay, because I've experienced it. I've encountered individuals that have experienced it. And again, if you say you're psychic and you have those experiences, that's what's going to play out for you, even though it's still kind of happening on the thought transmission realm. Everyone is all connected, so it's not so far-fetched to be psychic and picking up different energies, because if all is one consciousness, that would be the case. But Tyler Henry, I know with even reality shows, a lot of it is, not necessarily everything that you see is what you get. But I don't know. I mean, psychic ability in general is real, but Tyra and Henry, unless I were to sit down with this person and have a conversation, I couldn't tell you whether this person is a legit psychic or not. Because I do know that, yes, psychic ability is real, but I do know that also in even reality shows, a lot of it is scripted too. But I don't know him personally, so I can't answer that. Mediumship is wild to get telepathic messages. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten so many, like, I've experienced it so many times. To me, it's natural. I'm like, wait, you don't communicate telepathically? Like, really? Like, I'd be confused, but I mean, I'm on like this whole other like spaceship. You know what I mean? I'm just out there. So for me, well, I know it's so fucking crazy with me. I will believe the intangible before I will believe the tangible. Like, I will bold face look at something in the 3D. I'm like, that's not true. Someone could be talking to me. I'll be like, that's not true. And like, I don't, it's just, I go with my truth, right? Like, I don't know. So like, I'm more open to communicating with someone telepathically rather than physically. That's me. Because you could type something, you could say something verbally. To me, I'm like, okay, I'm sensing the energy behind it. But again, I identify as psychic, so of course I'm going to have experiences that prove that, right? You block the the nude pictures. Oh my god. Probably because of earlier internet experience. Yeah, see? So you already found out how you created that. I mean, but if you don't want to see that, hell yeah, block him. Because, like, what the fuck? That's so random. Oh my god. Like, really? They were just sent? Like, that is so crazy. Just like, so someone you haven't heard from in a while just sent some random nudes. Like, wow. I mean, that's kind of awesome. Like, it's showing how magnetic and desired you are. I mean, that's a good thing. Maybe you don't want it from him, but it don't matter. He blocked now. Out of the blue, what? Oh my god, that is so fucking funny. Like, I'm just imagining, like, I look at my phone like, sir. Pardon me, sir. What is that? He'd be like, you want to find out? I'd be like, hell no, block you too, motherfucker. Should we spend money like we're already rich, or is saving it the smarter move? That's your perception. That's not my perception. I do want to tell you, though, you don't need to save money because money doesn't need to be rescued. Should we spend money? You're not spending money, you're circulating money, because money is currency, so it wants to come back around to you. So what I recommend with that is, if you feel an impulse to make a purchase and it feels right in the moment, and go with it. I'm not saying go max out your credit cards. If that's something that you're like, yeah, that's not a good idea, then it's up to you. But there's no smart or unsmart move. It's what is right to you, because someone might, have their last dollar just out in circulation, knowing that they're going to get $1 million more back, and they don't care. Someone might have like $10 million in their bank, and they think they need to save money. And so it's up to your perception, but you don't spend money, you circulate it, because that implies it's coming back. And you don't save money, because money doesn't, you saving it from what, bro? Like, I mean, it's currency, right? It wants to keep flowing. You started as an RBT working with kids with autism. Can you manifest you making positive changes with clients? Yeah, of course you can. So you wouldn't want to look at any of these, kids that you work with as having any type of deficiency. Okay, you would want to look at them as whole and perfect and becoming better and better every time you work with them. Every time you see them, they're making positive improvements. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just whole and perfect, and you're witnessing their evolution in that. That's what you would say. One thing you've seen in life as a constant is that the money always comes back. Oh, it does. Money comes back and brings his fucking friends. Hell yeah. I know all of you have seen that video with this guy. I think he was a monk or something. And he was like, he's like, any time, money is sent out, I say return to me and bring your friends. Oh my God, that shit is so lit. And I'm like, I'm gonna use that because, bro, okay, here, you doing that, you doing this, you doing that. Okay, yeah, return to me and bring your friends. Fuck yeah. We gonna have a house party up in this bitch. That's how many friends you bring in. So, what is everyone's zodiac sign in here? I'm so curious. I don't think I've asked that in a while. Usually I ask, like, where you guys are from, like, what country. Virgo, Sag, Pisces, Libra, hell yeah. Yes, this will be on YouTube. Gemini, Libra, Virgo, Scorpio, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Pisces. We got a lot of UK up in here. What time is it in the UK now? Gemini, Leo, Aries. Aries gang, what is up? Holla. Oh shit, we got the big three. Thank you, Tay. Oh wow, I love it. 3:49 a.m. Oh my God, wow. Well, thank you for joining. Hee hee. I'm Aries Sun. Taurus. Hell yeah. Virgo, Pisces, Pisces, nice. Love it. Aquarius. Oh my God, we got like all the zodiac signs up in here. I love it. Hell yeah. I speak like a Taurus. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay. I don't know. I didn't really think too much about that, but okay. Ooh. Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, Libra, Taurus. Woohoo! How does a Taurus speak? I mean, I don't know. But I guess it would be your perception of how they speak. I like Taurus though. Taurus are cool as shit. Not that it's an astrology chat, but just while we're on the topic, if anyone here, because I'm into astrology, and yes, I can fully admit that is a belief system, okay? I like my tarot cards. I ain't gonna hate on none of that. But if you are, saying that you're with someone, right, this person, an individual, and you're thinking, oh no, but astrology says we're not compatible or some shit. I mean, I'm telling you, even if you believe in astrology, you got to toss that belief system out the door. You got to be like, yeah, they're this sign, I'm that sign. Maybe astrology doesn't say we're compatible, but we fucking are because I said so and I'm the Lord and there is no else. That's just something to touch on. So calculated. This is a compliment. Well, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. What do I think about Neville's ladder technique? I actually, it was like a few years ago, I actually did Neville's ladder technique just for shits and giggles, okay, when I was first like really like studying, and it was weird as fuck, right? I mean, do I think of it, to answer your question, I will not climb a ladder, I will not climb a ladder. I don't know, because I've manifested personally in the negatives, like this will never, I don't, or that will never, and it's worked for me. If I say this will never happen, then it doesn't happen, right? Because it's like my intention behind it. So I'd recommend look at your intention behind it. But I did do Neville's ladder technique, and what this basically is that he's saying, like, there, I think the technique is like you put like post-it notes or something all around. It says, I will not climb a ladder, I will not climb a ladder. And the purpose or the theory was that even that your subconscious mind doesn't understand the word not. Okay, that it's just giving you things that you're focused on. Okay, and so the point of this experiment, I believe, was to put post-it notes around or something, and or tell yourself like, I will not climb a ladder, and then within a certain amount of time you're going to be climbing a ladder, because your subconscious mind doesn't understand not. And it's not like you went out intentionally to climb a ladder, it just kind of happened in your experience. But I can say that I've affirmed thing, and before I even knew about manifestation, I affirmed since I was a little kid. Okay, I said, you know, I will never need glasses, I will never need braces, since I was a little kid, right? Because I was seeing motherfuckers in my class, and they would be having glasses and braces, and I didn't want that for me. So I did not know anything about manifestation. I'm like, no, I'll never need glasses, I'll never need braces, that's it. And I went with it, and to this day, that's it. It is, right? And I was affirming never. So there's that. That's my personal experience, though. Okay. But when I did Neville's technique, okay, and I did this for fun. I had no expectations. I was just like, whatever. I basically did that. I didn't do the whole thing with the post-it notes, but I think I said it a few times for like a day. I was like, I will not climb a ladder, I will not climb a ladder. Ladder was on my mind, and I shit you not, okay, it was very quickly. I think it was the next day. It was really fast for me. I mean, 3 days, I mean, that's not super fast, but it's I mean, it kind of is for something I didn't really care about. But things you don't care about, they tend to manifest quicker because you don't care. Within 3 days, I was in a situation. I was in a store, and then out of nowhere, there was something like they called in the store, like, to ask, like, oh, there are a whole bunch of ladders. Do you want to come pick them up? And who I was with was like, oh, I have to go pick up ladders for the store. And I was like, ladders? And like, this store, there was no need for it to have ladders. Like, it wasn't 2 levels, it wasn't super high ceilings with bookshelf. Like, I was like, what? There's like, oh yeah, there's like 6 ladders I have to pick up. And I was like, what? Like, it was weird as shit, okay? Because it was like, huh, like, where did that come from? Like, they weren't needed at the store, and like 6 of them, 6 ladders. Like, I don't think I've ever even seen 6 ladders, maybe in Home Depot, like, you know, but like in a random environment, like, what? So it was weird. So it's like, I didn't climb a ladder. So if someone is like, oh, well, then the experiment failed. Okay, I don't give a shit, motherfucker. Okay, to me, it was a success, because the way that the 6 ladders came up for a place that wouldn't even need ladders was odd. And there were 6 of them. So I was like, okay. So yeah, that was, I did have fun with it, and it did kind of play out. But basically, it's just that whole thing was to try to prove that your subconscious doesn't know what the word not means. But I don't agree with that, because like I said, when I've affirmed this will never happen again, or I'm not going to do that, or like, I've affirmed in negatives, and it's been proven that I speak the word, and it fucking is, okay? So I don't know, it could be my interpretation. I speak the word, I know what I mean by the word never, or don't, or not. So, you know, that could be also it. But I don't agree with that, just because my personal experience has said, if you say this will never happen again, or that's not going to happen, or I don't need this, or it works. You climbed one after you said you wouldn't? Oh my God. See, I mean, maybe there's something to it then, even though like when I like fooled around with it, it didn't exactly happen, but it did kind of in a way. So it was just fucking weird. He got people to imagine climbing on prior to sleep. Okay. Ah. Okay. Well, if that's what he did, yeah, Neville was such a big fan of the SATS technique. But the one that I heard, unless it was like, it probably was, is like a modern day rendition. Like you picture yourself climbing the ladder, or you put post-it notes like in your bathroom and say, I will not climb a ladder, like that. But I guess it was like a modernized version. But that, if that was like the real technique, that sounds like something Neville would do. So thank you for clearing that up with climbing the ladder. But I pictured myself climbing the ladder. I didn't do the post-it notes, but I just pictured it, and then that's what happened with me. So I didn't technically climb a ladder, but they appeared weirdly when it didn't fit. Like, so obviously I created that. I don't even know the last time I fucking saw a ladder, honestly. Like, I don't pay attention to anything in the 3D, so I probably passed by one today, but I don't fucking know. You can't do SATs, it keeps you awake. I mean, if you can't do SATs, well, number one, you're saying you can't. So just because something has happened in the past doesn't mean it might happen again, unless you keep saying you can't. But if it's not something that resonates with you, you don't need to do SATs. You know, it's fine. You definitely don't need that to manifest, you know, just because it works for some people. Some people aren't really into affirmations. They would just go into a visual or scripting, you know. So if SATs is make you uncomfortable, you don't have to do it. You can still get what you want. What am I sipping? I have a water and I have wine, because I don't do no fancy glasses. Because, I don't know, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I drink wine out of a fucking coffee cup or one of those red fucking party cups. It's all fucking lit to me, you know? And I have to say, like, in the spiritual community, you know what I fucking love, though? I love in the spiritual community how motherfuckers get, like, bent out of shape. They're like, well, if you want to manifest your desires, you can't drink or whatever. And I'm like, hold my fucking wine while I manifest in front of your ass. Like, that's a limiting belief too. So if someone tells you that you can't manifest because you drink, or you fucking, you know what I'm saying, yeah, that's a limiting belief. Because remember, the law is the law and the law is neutral, and you get what the fuck you say go. So don't put any limiting beliefs on your manifestation either, you know what I'm saying? Because you could do whatever the fuck you want to do and still fucking manifest, unless you say that you can't. Ooh, Ashley, you having some wine this evening too? Hell yeah. What kind of wine are you having? We're all on here on a Friday night. Hey, I mean, that's what we're doing, man. Time doesn't exist. I think it's like Saturday morning somewhere. Well, it definitely is, but have you had people express they think you're God? Yes, I actually have. I have, yes. And I'm like, well, that comes from my assumption, so there we go. Thank you, Sean. Your content is lit. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Glad you enjoy. Anything that you say goes is going. That's what it is. There is no, it's what you are assuming. Ooh, Pinot Noir. I love it. Saturday morning in Australia. Drank wine last night. Holla. Well, good morning. Thank you for joining. How can people awaken gifts that have randomly gone dormant? You're going to stop viewing them as randomly gone dormant. And you're going to say that this gift exists within me and I am in my full awareness to express it now. Boom. Whatever the gift is. Aries squad with the Merlot here. Woohoo. Merlot and manifesting. Fuck yeah. Aries gang, what is up? Anna, what is up? Boom, we got the code. Hell yeah. What are fun manifestations that are interesting to experience? I mean, that's up to you because you're the observer. What is fun to you that you perceive as interesting to experience? Because it's not about what I think is fun. You know, I mean, it is for me in my reality, but in your reality, what do you think is fun to experience? Is it true that going sober amplifies the strength of your manifestation ability? That's what we just were talking about, Tanya. And I've heard that in the spiritual community. I don't know where you've heard that, but again, the law is the law and the law is neutral. So if you believe and assume that going sober is going to amplify the strength of your manifestation ability, that's what's going to play out for you. For me, what is sober? I don't know what that is. Okay, I don't know because I don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need your drink. Hell, well, your drink needs you. Oh shit. Because my all things in my reality need me. You know what I'm saying? So I love my wine too, and my wine loves me. Hell yeah. Woohoo. Have you ever felt a low dose? Oh, okay. I love Fungus too, the feminine divine. They're so they're fun to hang out with. Fun Gus and the crew. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever felt stuck with your ability to manifest? And if so, what did you do? I've never felt stuck. I mean, okay. That's like a... have I felt stuck? No. But have I experienced things that I'm like, okay, I could have done that better, or what can I improve? Yes, because I always evaluate myself. I always evaluate myself and I evaluate my manifestations, but feeling stuck, no. It's just I look at things like, okay, what did I do here? What did I do there? Okay, and like I'll look at it to recalibrate, and then I'll fix what I perceive the issue is. And the thing, ooh, thank you for the dolphin. I love dolphins. You had a friend who's into spirituality bring it up. I mean, then that would be their opinion and their assumption. So if they perceive that they can't drink because it's going to fuck up their manifestation ability, that's what's going to be true for them. It doesn't mean it's true for you, you know. I forgot what I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, stuck. Yes. So the things that I have noticed with manifestations is, for me personally, I don't want to say this is true for everyone. For me personally, the times that I have let go of the thing, not in like letting go like, oh, whatever, I don't want it anymore, but the time like, you know what? Whenever it happens, or if it happens at all, I don't care. I let go of thinking about it. I'm like, it's just, boom, it has showed up every single time within 24 hours. Okay, every single time. And it's not something that I personally find you can force, because you can say, oh yeah, I let go of it, I don't care, but then you're checking for it, or you're looking at timing, or there's still an awareness that's not there. It has to be, and this is my experience. If I felt stuck and I genuinely was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't even care, I'm just gonna do something else, I let it go. In less than 24 hours, the thing happened every fucking time. Okay, but I can't force it. And I mean the feeling of neutrality, where you genuinely like, what if this happens or if it doesn't, I'm okay either way. It's going to neutralize the entire atmosphere, and because the thing is already there, and because what I said in the beginning of this chat about the interference patterns and the clear signal, now the signal is clear again because you don't care. There's no more interference. You and that thing coalesce. You start to smash in the 3D, even though you ain't really fucking touching it. Like I said, where we ain't really touching anything. It's just we perceive that we're touching it because of sensors in our fucking brain or some shit. Exactly. And there is nothing to force, it just is. Wait, you're so tapped in for real. This is powerful. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Glad you enjoy. And with manifestations are subliminal, essentially a placebo or booster. Ooh, I love that because I was just thinking about placebos earlier and I was going to make a video on it. So thank you for that. Subliminals are whatever you want them to be, just like anything in your reality is what you want them to be. You could say that I'm listening to gangster rap and it's a subliminal and it's helping me get my shit done, and it'll fucking play out for you that way. You know what I mean? But a placebo or a booster, it's like, what is a placebo, right? And this is what I want to talk about. It's you are perceiving something that isn't there and it's working for you, right? To get you what you want, right? Just like a sugar pill compared to the medicine. They typically have the same results because it's the person that believes it, which is more, if you want a logical explanation for manifestation, look into the placebo effect. Bruce Lipton talks about this more extensively and more in depth if you are interested in that, okay? Because it's showing manifestation. You believe that this pill is doing something, so it's your assumption of it that's doing it. It's not the pill. So it's your assumption of the subliminal. If you think the subliminal is going to work, that's what's going to happen. If you don't believe it, then, you know, it's not going to work. What is trance music? I'm listening to trance music right now. Fuck yeah. What does it do for me? It literally does what the genre implies. It puts me in a state of trance. Me personally though, like this way, you know, like if you go looking for trance music and you're like, oh, it ain't doing nothing for me, it might not do nothing for you, because remember, I'm me, right? So trance music has always had this like soothing effect on my mind, because trance means you're not like, and there are studies conducted on trance music, like it puts your brain in a different wave state just because the way the beats are. You can research that. I don't really know the definitives of it, but there's articles out there that, you know, they've proven that trance music puts your brain in different wave states. But what it does for me is precisely that. It just relaxes me. I don't know, because I'm like, I like to have a million things going on for me to feel comfortable. Like I like to sleep with like 17 fans, the AC. I like to sleep with like rain sounds, and I have like waves in the background, or if I'm listening to my own affirmation, like I like to have a million things going on. So when I listen to trance music, it's like, it's an additive, and I have a TV on. It calms me down. Someone is going to say, oh, that's ADHD. No, it's fucking not. It's the way I operate. So for me, trance music, my operating system likes it. It calms me down. It's just like, okay, and yes, that you can say, yeah, that's a belief. I believe that. Okay, well, you know what? I like this belief, so I'm going to keep them here. Okay? So that's what it does for me. But for you, it might be another genre of music, or for anyone else, it might be another genre. Or for you, you might like total quiet. And that's okay. But for me, I like a lot of sensory stuff because I get bored easily, and like the way that my mind is so fast, I'm like, oh, it's like, okay, now what's on the screen? Oh, that's interesting. And I think of something else. Like, I like a lot of sensory shit. Like I enjoy that. I don't get overstimulated. It actually, it calms me the fuck down. And that's why I like being in like major cities, because there's always something going on. And like if I've been like in the country or something, I'm like, oh my god, it's too quiet. Like I don't like that. I like things happening, right? Like for me, maybe someone likes calm and peace and quiet, and that's okay. But that's what it does. La 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 la. It's the Aries. We need some dopamine chaos that calms the soul. Ashley S, like NYC. Well, I'm originally from NYC, so maybe that's why too. It's just like, you know, I'm used to that. Yeah, I mean, but I agree with the Aries short attention span, you know, even though of course astrology is a belief system, but I definitely agree with that. It's like we need something going on, or else it's like, oh my god, so boring. Like, do you guys want to know something fucking crazy? I might have shared this before, but I'm just gonna say it again because I don't give a fuck. Like, if there's ever a time where, let's say, like, my headphones like need to be charged, or like something needs to be charged, or like something freezes on the screen and like the music stops, I start shouting, not shouting like super loud, but I'm like, this is so boring, it's so boring, this is so boring, this is so boring, this is so boring, while I'm transferring to my other headphones or to my other device. Because if there's not music going on, it's so boring. And like me shouting or like whatever, I don't know, chanting, this is so boring, this is so boring, this is so boring, it makes the time go by more peacefully and faster than if I were to just sit there in silence and switch out the fucking headphones. But that's what I do. That's what I do. Because I'm an Aries, and like if there's nothing going on, it's so boring. Then I find something to do in my mind. Yo, Anna, for real. For real. Like, I do, because it's so boring. It's like, what do you mean? For 30 seconds, there has to be silence while I reboot my device? Like, fuck off with that. Like, no. Because it's so boring. Oh my god. Thank you, Steph. Oh my god. I know you don't do that, Anna. I don't know how you don't do that, because to me, I'm just like, nah, like, I can't. Like, why are we restarting a device? Like, what is the point of this? It's like 30 seconds of something I don't want to do. You do yoga to heavy metal and EDM to calm your Aries ass down. Hell yeah, I love yoga when they have like music that's like bumping and it's like LED lights and shit. Like, I don't like the fucking slow ass yoga. Like, no, that shit is too fucking boring and slow. Like, we gotta be doing something, you know? You don't think about doing that, Anna? Damn. I know what you think about. You think about the microphone on the earbuds. The non-existent microphone that... Oh my god. Because that's how I'd be about. I'd be like, I don't know, man. It's telekinesis. It's telepathy. There's no mic. That's what I think about. Your awareness doesn't have the thought to be like, that's so boring. So what do you do then? If like you're listening to something and it's saying like restart your device for that 30 seconds while it's powering off and on, you don't get bored? Because as an Aries, I could tell you, if it's even 1 second and I don't want to be doing it, I'm like, oh hell no. I'm like, this is so boring, it's so boring, it's so boring, it's so boring. I start jumping up and down, like, it's so boring, it's so boring, it's so boring. Look, I kicked the fucking tripod. That's what I do. Because it's so boring. Like, why am I doing something that's so boring? Like, I can't. Divine Shade, yo, seriously, I see that. That's the similarity with Aries and Gemini. Like, we're just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, if this shit is not instantaneously, then instantaneously we're like, okay, this is boring, goodbye. Like, we fucking vacated the chat. Like, we're out. Like, we ain't got time for some shit that we find boring. Like, no. Mm-hmm. Yep. You're listening with headphones as you're scrolling on your iPad. That's what I do all the time too. Multiple things going on at once. I fucking love it. As an Aries, you have clients that get on your nerves because they're too boring. Oh my god. Yo, seriously, I don't know. Like, the thing is, like, I don't be bored, like, in my mind, but, like, if there's something in the 3D that's, like, I'm like, what is it? Okay, gotta go. Like, I won't even give it attention, because I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. It's so boring. Like, 30 seconds of my time, that's way too much. Like, I can't, even though time doesn't exist. But like, exactly too is why, like, with my manifestation thing, I'm like, I expect shit to happen fast because I move fast. My mind is fast. I'm like, okay, but like, I can handle it. If something were to appear out of nowhere, I wouldn't even question. I'd be like, okay, yep, let's go. Now, next, one step beyond. Let's go. Let's keep it moving. Technological boredom. Oh my God. I do have technological boredom because I don't give a fuck. It's just whatever. If it's entertaining me, that's fine. But if I have to entertain it, that's not fine. Your Aries, so with Gemini rising. Oh my God. Yo, that is lit. I have Sag rising. I don't know if Sag is like, it's like a different level of like finding boredom than Gemini though. I love Sagittarius and Gemini together. Like, I would say, I mean, if we're gonna go into astrology, like that's like one of my all-time favorite couples. I was like, man, Sagittarius and Gemini, like y'all motherfuckers together. Woo! I love it. You get bored in traffic? Oh my God. That is, yo, what? I don't get bored in traffic. That's so crazy, Anna. I don't even notice like, isn't that so weird how like I like things fast, but in traffic I just don't care. I'm like, okay, whatever, it is what it is, because I be jamming to my music. So I guess it's because I'm having some sort of stimulation. You rather get out and walk. Ooh, Sag and Gemini are your parents. Nice. Yeah, I don't mind walking, but if I'm driving, I don't care about traffic. I'm just like, okay. The traffic that like annoys me is like if it's at a dead standstill, like you're just not moving for like a few minutes and you're just in the same spot, I'm like, okay. But if it's like slow moving or stop and go, I could do that because it's still movement happening. But if you're just standing there, I'm like, why, what is that? That's the one that I would get annoyed at. I mean, I don't want to manifest it. I will not be in just standstill traffic ever again because I don't want to experience that. So boom, goodbye that. But yeah, driving doesn't bother me or anything. You get the best sigil downloads in traffic. Nice. Hell yeah. Then keep that up, you know? You jam to music, but for people end up cutting others off to go absolutely nowhere. Oh my God. Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, I actually, I'm a really calm driver, like, which you wouldn't think because I'm an Aries, but I'm very calm. Like, I don't even care. I'm like, okay, like, I don't know. That's super interesting though, Anna, how like you're like more on alert with that, where I'm more on alert with like, why do I have to restart this device? Like, what the fuck? Woohoo! As I jam to my trance and I do multiple things because that's how we fucking roll. Ironically, as a fellow Aries, also super common traffic, but not technology either. You know, maybe it's an Aries thing then. I don't know. Like, because with technology shit, I don't see a point. I don't see a point. Like, okay, why do I have to restart this? Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, and I don't know because it doesn't make sense. Because you would think like Aries are impatient and want to move fast, but like traffic, I don't give a shit. I don't know. What? What the hell? Oh my God. Anna, what? I don't hear, well, I wouldn't hear anything because I got my trance music on, but okay. Oh, damn. Wow. I was like, I don't hear nothing. No, but these are some interesting headphones where like you really like it's total like drown out any background, anything. So I don't even know if there's anything going on in the background here. Oh my God. I forget what I was talking about. Yo, you thought I was on an island. Wow. If I was on an island, I would legit, I'd be like in the sand, like with palm trees in the background and a pina colada in my hand. What the hell? That is so interesting. I don't hear nothing though. Although I do have the TV on in the background, so I don't know if anyone could hear that, but you know what's so interesting? I don't even know how long I was talking because usually I can gauge it by the puzzle piece, but I haven't even seen the puzzle piece. That is something. So I don't even know how long I was talking because usually it comes on like an hour into it. And now I'm just like not seeing it unless they like change the system, which that would be fucking great because that puzzle piece is like, what the fuck is the point? Is like more. Wait, what, really, Steph? Oh shit. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that because, you know, time does exist. Thank you, Lexi. I have no, see, this is one of my favorite things to do. This and going to the gym. Like, I just lose time. I just lose all track of time. I'm just like in the zone. Like, Oh my God. You took your son to football at 7:30. It's 9:22. Oh my God. Wow. Damn. Okay, so that's weird then. That's an interesting observation. Usually I get the puzzle piece, and I know some of you guys who've been on lives, you'll see it, and you have to like drag a puzzle piece, or it says the live will end if you don't, but I didn't get that today, so I wonder did I break the algorithm? Or is it something new with TikTok, which would still mean I broke the algorithm? That's so interesting. Whew. My lives fly by every time. Yeah, I agree. Like I just sit here and I just go on until like my phone battery says it's time to shut off. Either that or I get fucking hungry, which I'm starting to get hungry. But I mean, you know, it's okay. I had like a wrap earlier that I prepared with some fucking Trader Joe's shit. New timeline. Let's do it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, definitely. And we know the code. We already know the code for the new timeline, so I don't know what glitch. There was some, this past week, I had a few, I don't even know what day today is, honestly. Yeah, I really fucking don't. But this past week, I had some interesting experiences where I legit was like, okay, I'm in a matrix. Like it felt like I was in a video game, and it just seemed like, wow, this is a video game. Like I had so many confirmations of that, but I'll get into that with you later, Anna, because I was like, what? Like it literally felt like I was in like Grand Theft Auto or some shit. I was like, what the hell is happening here? Like, yo, yellow butterfly, for real. Like that's some like Matrix thing too. Like what even is that? Like I don't even remember the last time I saw a butterfly in person, let alone like a yellow one, you know what I mean? You don't know what day it is? I never know what day it is. Like, which, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's saying that time doesn't exist and days are only labels, you know? Respect to all coaches who go the extra mile, being the gift that keeps on giving. Well, yeah, hey, you know, that's what it is. I love people like that. You know, you just out there, you just doing shit. Not only to help others, but because you fucking love it and you have a passion for it. Like you could tell if someone is like into the shit that they're into. If you're not into it, no one else is gonna be fucking into it because you're not, and it all comes from you. Oh my God, you had a yellow butterfly fly past yesterday. Damn. I'm scared of butterflies. Like, I mean, it's not a phobia or anything, but I'll be scared shitless. Like, hell no, I ain't fucking with that. You don't need to come near me. Like flying things like that. Oh my God, you guys, if any of you were on that live with the fucking flies, man, that shit was, I don't know where that came from. That was some sort of like, maybe it was a timeline jump too, but I made a good video off of it. So, oh my God, flutter things. Wait, Anna, they surrounded you? Yo, Mufasa the fly, yes. Oh my God, Steph. I'm glad you remember that. Yeah, that was crazy. That legit was so fucking wild because that fly, I knew that it wanted me to fucking squash it. Like, because you know when you even wave your hand, a fly will go, like they'll fly away, like they're quick, right? This fly, I'm telling you, I put my hand out, it didn't move, and then it just fell. Like it just, I didn't even touch it. And I was like, and then it was there, like just laying there. And I was like, the voice said to me, it wants you to kill it. All right. I mean, the voice ain't never steered me wrong before. And the fly, like even I like went like that. I was like, you sure? You sure, buddy? And it just laid there. Boom. R.I.P. man. You in an amazing place now. I don't know. Woo. Monitoring spirit. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Yo, the voice, seriously. Today they surrounded you, Anna. Oh my God, that is so crazy. I would have screamed. I remember that I went to this place, I don't know where the fuck it was, when I was like a child, somewhere in Florida. I think it was like Busch Gardens maybe. And there was like this like butterfly sanctuary, okay? And I thought it was just like, oh, you know, you're gonna walk in and the butterflies are like a zoo. I thought they would be behind fucking glass. I walked in, shit was flying around, mad butterflies, like I don't know how many, bro, fucking thousands of butterflies. They were just flying all around, and I said, oh hell no. I was fucking scared shitless. I was scared shitless. I was like, I want them near me. I don't want them to touch me. Like, I gotta go. I ran the fuck out of there. I was terrified. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but I do remember that distinctly. It's not like a fear where, oh man, like it's affecting me, like to that extent, but I do not like butterflies. Like, nah, man. No. I don't like flying shit. Like, why the fuck are you flying? Like, although I do like birds, but I don't want them near me. I like crows. I like ravens. I like mourning doves. I like black vultures. I love birds like that. But, like, I don't want you flying near me. Like, nah, fuck that. Like no, you need to get away. Yo, the voice, seriously. That was the most recent time the voice spoke to me. He said the butterfly wanted me to kill it. So I was like, well, I guess this is what I gotta do. Moths are worse. They fly so rapid. Yeah, I don't like moths either. I mean, they look chaotic, bro. They look like they're on like meth or some shit. Like they're like all. I'm like, bro, you all right? Like it's like, what the hell? Like, I don't know. I mean, butterflies, you could be like, oh, they're pretty, but like, my dude, I don't want that near me. Fuck that. Butterflies on speed. Oh my God, that's so fucking funny. I don't mind dragonflies though, because they're like slow. They're just like chill motherfuckers, but I wouldn't want them near me either. I don't want anything flying near me. I don't want that. Even, oh hell no. At the beach with the seagulls and motherfuckers, like you be laying on the fucking blanket, like, and I'll just be laying, I'll be getting a tan, listening to my fucking music, sipping my sippies, and then motherfucking next to me, oh, let's feed the seagulls. Fuck you. No. You want to feed the seagulls, you go to an open space and you feed them there. You don't be feeding a seagull right next to a motherfucker. Fuck you. We're gonna feed the seagulls. And they hovering, like making that weird sound with the fucking beak open and shit. Fuck that. I do not want to be near none of that. Is unfollowing ego-based? I mean, that's your perception of it. What is the reason you unfollowed them? If you unfollowed someone because you feel like you're gonna get a reaction out of them, then yeah, that's ego based. If you unfollow them to keep your peace, that's a different story. But it's still up to you, you know. The sound they make is so weird. Who, the seagulls? I mean, I don't know. Is that what you're talking about, the sound of seagulls? Because they're like fucking weird, bro. Like I don't like I to me they're just they're kind of like doofy. They remind me, no, legit the perfect fucking character, since we on the Disney tip, is from that fucking seagull in The Little Mermaid. And he's kind of like doofy, like what is his fucking name? I gotta look this motherfucker up. They remind me of that. Like they're kind of like dumb. Like I don't know. Like you okay, brah? Like they just look like they're dumb. Whereas like crows, oh, I love crows. I love crows are so smart. They're so fucking smart. I absolutely love them. I love crows. I love blackbirds. Any black bird I love. I also love owls. Because owls are smart. And these motherfuckers, they be turning their head like 6 ways to Sunday. They be looking at you like, who, motherfucker? Not you, motherfucker. You don't do crows? Oh my God. Yeah, I love crows. I wouldn't want them near me, but like, they're not gonna, I have a feeling, like I have a sense they wouldn't bother me. Wait, what is that seagull in The Little Mermaid? What is his name? The Little Mermaid, because that's the seagulls remind me of. What is this dude's name? Scuttle. Yeah, like that's how seagulls, like, I don't know, like they're just kind of, I have to show you guys. This was seagulls. When I see a motherfucker feeding seagull at the beach, I'm like, this is what you're summoning into your fucking experience. Like why? Like why are we doing this? Okay. Here we go. This is a character named Scuttle. Like that's how I see seagulls at the beach. They're just like one of those, like, you know, oh, thank you, I love that gif. Like one of those stereotypical dudes at the club that like they're like buff, right? But then they skip leg day, so it's like they look like a lollipop physique, and then they smell like super cheap cologne, and they're just like in the corner. Like that's what a seagull reminds me of. Like if a seagull was a person, that's how I picture them. And I don't know where, because that ooh, thank you for the gift. That is super fucking vivid, but that's how I picture a seagull. Where I picture like a crow as more like a Darth Vader, like, okay, like you're cool, you're calm, you're collected, you're like, you exude power. Like if I had to place that there, but like, I don't, oh my God, yo. Man, let's RIP for that individual, Anna. Like that oh my God. You know, I picture a seagull that way. You picture a gym guy at the club like that. I don't know, that's how I picture like if a seagull was a person, that's the person that I would picture them, and I really don't know why. Okay. Oh my God. Moxie, you're getting sleepy baby back. Well, get some good sleep in, lollipop physique. Have a good night, Moxie. Thank you for joining. I don't know. That's what I picture a seagull look like. Okay, so whatever. It is what it is. Thank you for joining, Moxie. Have a good night. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, like these lives, like I still remember the live where we were talking about Mr. Rogers, and then I was talking about that creepy ass fucking puppet, like the fucking Lady Elaine Fairchild. Nah, bro. Nah, we not doing none of that. We not doing none of that up in there. Yo, seriously, like, why was that even a thing? And like that was a show made for like young children. God damn, that was not it by any means. That was not it. You put a fucking stop sign. Oh my God. No, like the thing is like, yo, the baby laughs a lot. Was that I remember, I think I might have mentioned it. Yo, that shit was creepy. Yo, the baby laughs a lot. You need to look at that fucking commercial. Like, that shit is weird. And then there's some dude doing a voiceover and he starts cackling like a wild unhinged beast at the end. Like, bro, what? Like, I don't know. That to me is creepy. But I fucking love horror movies. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's again showing how specific our things are, because I can watch a horror movie in the dark by myself, okay, and I'm like, okay, thank you, Angel, but a fucking butterfly near me, oh fuck no. It's very, very specific. Yo, Anna, baby laughs a lot. You need to look at that on YouTube. Just look at baby laughs a lot commercial. It's like a commercial for this toy doll that they had in like the 70s. It's quite interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh my god, you're not gonna look it up, Anna. I don't know. I mean, I don't think you're gonna get scared of it. You would just be like, what did I just watch? I don't think it's gonna affect you in that way. But I mean, if you're not gonna look it up, that, you don't need to. Review, no, well, this is a doll from like the 1970s, so I don't even know if they make it anymore. So I don't know if you're gonna find reviews. Maybe you're gonna find one being sold on eBay for like $6,000 or some shit, because that shit, like, and even like, when was that? Mr. Rogers was like late 60s, early 70s, and so was this Baby Laughs a Lot doll commercial. Like, I noticed things from that era to me look creepy. Like, the way that I don't know if it's because the video quality, I don't fucking know, but it looks creepy as fuck to me. Like, the color scheme, like everything was orange. It's like a mind fuck. I really don't know. Yo, Mr. Rogers, I'm telling you, I was seeing on here, they were making these like AI Mr. Rogers, and like, oh my god, they put in all sorts of characters that Mr. Rogers was talking to, but it was like strictly AI. You need to look at that, because that shit I found funny as fuck. I was like, whoa, like, where like Mr. Rogers would be like, hey friends, and today we're introducing my plug, and it's like some guy that's like selling Molly or some shit. I'm like, what is happening here? Like, it's so crazy. There are all sorts of candy, boys and girls. This one's my favorite. Like, it's like, what? It's so oddball. I don't know where like anyone, like, number one, the vids are fucking awesome. I don't know how you make them, because I sure as shit would make some AI like shit like that, but I don't know how. But they're really fucking funny. I don't know what should be our topic before I see my phone getting low on battery. I like to close off with a bang. I like to open with a sermon and close with a bang. Hey, who he wasn't. You're gonna go get some food. Enjoy your food, Steph. The hamburger? Wait, what hamburger? Oh, the creepy thing, the original Ronald McDonald. Oh, the hamburger. You mean the character, the Hamburglar? Was that what his name was? I think that's what his name was. You know what's like creepy too? The original Disney character costumes. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, if you look at Disney costumes from like 1940, you're gonna be like, what just happened? When they first started, I had to look into that, like some old school McDonald's commercials, because like, what the fuck? With the cutout holes. Oh my god. It is. It really is. It's like creepy. I don't fucking know. Now I want to look at it because I'm fucking weird. Let me see. Creepy Disney costume. Because, there's be a whole bunch of them. Let's not forget that Disney has Club 33, because we know what that means, don't we? Oh, wow. This is... Oh boy. Okay. Let's, I don't think this is a oh, shit. Wow. Oh. Early versions of Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Oh, you guys, I don't know if you want to see this. We don't want to manifest this. You're gonna search baby laughs a lot. Oh, you're gonna have fun with that. Like that's gonna that's gonna make your entire evening. Okay, let's show the audience here what we got going on. So some early Mickey and Minnie costumes. Yeah, what's happening there, guys? Like that looks so disturbing. Like I can't, like, what is happening? Like that child is like gonna be traumatized and have nightmares, and like you notice how he's like not even hugging them. He's just like standing there like, oh my god, why was I brought to this fucking crazy place? I mean, what the hell? Like what what is that? Oh my god, it's like frightening. Like look at the eyes. Like, oh gosh. Your puppy would bark seeing Mickey on TV. Oh my god. Yo, maybe he does know something. I mean, people were okay with that back then. I guess they didn't really have a choice, did they? They just went to the theme park and were in for a fucking shock. Like, what the hell? Like, that shit ain't jiggy. Not to me. Like, you want to talk about fucking nightmare fuel. Like, that right there. Like, what the fuck? But, like, I don't know. I could watch a scary movie in the dark by myself and I'm like, okay, this shit is fucking funny. But that, like, brah. Like, we have standards up in this bitch. We ain't trying to do none of that. Wee. Okay. Have my trance music. You're affirming and you hear background voice saying it's hard. That would be your ego. So you're gonna ignore it and you're gonna keep affirming, because the more that you affirm a new thought, the less your ego is gonna think it's hard, because it's more on board with the thing that you're affirming and not saying it's hard. This is such a random question, but does anyone have that TikTok boneless couch that I keep seeing all over the place? Because I really want to order one. They look like they're so much fun. I really want to order one, but I heard it's a scam, and motherfuckers were saying to just order it on Amazon. So I looked on Amazon too, but like, how is it? You saw it? Oh my god. The Biggie song. Well, the Biggie song that I do, if I'm having an intrusive thought, I just go in with a line from Kick in the Door, and I start going in rhyming. But I don't know if that's gonna work for everyone, so it's like, it's just something I personally do, you know. Yo, you saw the boneless couch? Like, don't they look, to me, it looks so much fun. Like, it's in like a little package and you open it and it just like poof explodes like fucking popcorn. Yes, handsome Squidward. Waving the 4-4, all you heard was Papa don't hit me no more. This goes out for those that choose to use disrespectful views on the king of NY. Fuck that. Why try to throw bleach in your eye? Fuck. Yes, that's my all-time favorite Biggie song. He got that Gemini shit. He's quick with the Virgo moon, even faster than that. Mercury, boom. I love it. Woo. It does. Yeah, they do vacuum seal it. The beat. I love the beat. You don't have it, but it's a cool concept. Yeah, I just want to know if they're like, I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're super expensive, but I mean, are they comfortable or are they like super low where it's like an inconvenience to like get on and off I mean, I don't know. I'd put that in maybe like the fucking podcast room or something. I don't know if I'd use that as like a main thing, but they look fucking fun. The beat, hell yeah. I mean, I like that. Well, like Juicy, of course, is like, I mean, everyone loves that beat, but Kick in the Door, I don't know. It's just, and the like his, like, the way that he fucking rhymes is just so fucking amazing. You order matches vacuum sealed is fun opening up. Oh my god. Yo, there you go. Exactly. Because it just poof. It's like instant erection. Like, wow, okay. Can you talk about regulating emotions when something unfavorable pops up? Well, it doesn't matter why the emotion popped up, so it could be any circumstance, but I would recommend just deep breathing, like really breathe in from like your stomach and then just out your mouth. I know you've heard this process before, but I'm telling you that you can do anywhere and it really works. And you keep your mind focused on you and you would say, I am safe, all is well, everything is perfect, everything has already worked out magically in my favor. And you keep breathing through it and you don't identify the emotion with you. You're just like, this is something unfavorable leaving, goodbye. And you breathe through it. That's what I'd recommend. You do that until you feel better. But don't couple a negative thought to a negative emotion. Don't do that. You're welcome. Yeah, like when people talk about like nervous system regulation, you really don't need to do that unless something is coming up in the moment, because you're fine, right? You're chilling the rest of the time. It's only in those moments. That's how you regulate your nervous system. When something comes up, you don't just sit there and say, I'm going to do EFT tapping and regulate my nervous system or whatever. I don't know what they do. I mean, I'm not a fan of EFT tapping. If you are, you are, but I don't really, whatever. I'm just like, my dude, if something comes up in the moment, that's how you regulate your nervous system, because now you're training whatever the fuck perception you have, and you're saying, I'm not going to react to this bullshit. I'm not going to react in my mind. I'm not going to react in my body. And the less you react, the less it's going to come up, because you're just not going to be reactive to it. Thank you, Anna, for giving advice in the chat. Love you. Yeah, but, okay, so let me go into like touch on that too, right? Like definitely listen to what Anna's saying. But also, if someone doesn't believe in manifestation, they don't need to, because you're the only one that's manifesting from your perspective. So if you're saying they don't believe in manifestation, you can either say they do and affirm, anything that you want, what Anna told you, or you can just say, well, they don't need to believe in manifestation because I'm manifesting them, so I'm seeing them only in the versions of them that I want to see, and they have no choice but to conform. They don't have free will. That's where you don't want to think of SP. It feels like if you're saying that manifesting is stealing your energy, then it is, not because it necessarily is, but because you're saying that. But if you feel like you're overwhelmed and you're exhausted by doing techniques and shit like that, then you're gonna say, okay, there's nothing else for me to do because the thing is already done, and it's only my ego that is perceiving that I need to do another technique or something else. But I'm already here, it's done, that's it. It's already done, there's nothing to do. The IKEA furniture is already assembled. It's just pre-assembled. There's nothing to do. It's all there. Hell yeah, it's done. Exactly, exactly. Everything is done. And this is like if you're getting impatient with something, it's done. There's nothing for me to do here. It's done. Oh, but the 3D, okay, it's done. Oh, but they said no, but this motherfucker posted no. Oh, but you bank bounce, and it's done. It's done. And that's what I'm telling you across the board. When you just go in with, okay, it's done, there's nothing to do, you are the one that's releasing any type of resistance to that thing. Even if the resistance was just you perceiving that there was something else you needed to do, there's nothing else you need to do. Exactly, Ashley. Exactly. Anything that you declare that you want and you're just convicted, like, okay, it's done, that's it. As long as you don't go in and contradict it by wondering where it is or how it's going to get there, or thinking, you know, it can't happen because of XYZ ABC, it's done. That's it. You're already moving towards it. Delulu is a Salulu. Fuck yeah, because it's just, that's it. You're delusional, believing anything that you don't see, whether it's bad, but motherfuckers don't call you delusional if you're perceiving a problem. They're like, oh, you're realistic. But if you're perceiving something as like rainbows and, you know, fucking unicorns sharding roses, that's perceived as delusional, right? But when it works the opposite way, motherfuckers are like, oh, well, you're being a realist. No, I'm being a realist because I can have whatever I want simply by thinking about it. So that's the real thing, you know? Everything is delusional. Everything. You're just creating it from your perception of things that are happening. You don't need to believe it either. You don't need to believe anything. You just go and you say, this is what it is. If an opposing thought comes up, no, this is what it is. It's already done. Just get out of the way, right? Like we talked about that fucking pure channel. If you just got out of the way, that's all you need to do. It is that simple, but you're programmed to believe that it isn't. And that's why it's playing out for you as that it's not simple, because that's your program. Yo, I did too, Anna. Yo, I have a picture of it too. I was like, what is going on here? Like, that just appeared out of nowhere. I was like, what? I have a pic of that rainbow. I don't know if we saw the same one. Maybe it was. But that motherfucker was legit. I was like, oh, hello. How's you doing today? Yo. It was wild. I'm wondering if we saw the same one. That would be some shit. The fucking rainbows. I love how rainbows appear. Like every time I see a rainbow, I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking magical. Because it's like, what you mean there's sun and there's like rain, but then a rainbow occur. Like, oh man, I fucking love it. I fucking absolutely love it. Thank you for the roses, Ashley. Rainbows are so much fun. I mean, not that I've done anything with them, but they're fun to look at. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's get to, I think, one more question, because I was talking for a while. I'm actually very happy that puzzle piece didn't come up, unless... Yo, if that puzzle piece really came up, and I'll know when I like replay it, like when I download this, did the puzzle piece come up and I just forgot? Because I do not remember a puzzle piece coming up either which way. If the puzzle piece didn't come up, that means I switched the timeline. But if the puzzle piece did come up and I forgot that I even did it, that switched the timeline. Okay, so here's something to talk about, like quantum whatever the fuck, okay? For me, I can tell if I switch the timeline if some weird thing happens that's not normal, but it's like always been, but then it's weird, just like I said right now about the puzzle piece. Because we're always switching timelines, not all the time do we notice it, but sometimes you can notice it. and there'll be something that is slightly off, okay? And that's what I think just happened, because I don't know if maybe TikTok removed the feature for the live stream after an hour. It makes you, slide the puzzle piece. I don't fucking know. I'm going to look into it because I'm curious. But I do not remember getting a puzzle piece. And every single time on the live, I always get the puzzle piece. So either I don't remember, which would be a glitch in the Matrix, because I always remember, because I always fucking announce it on here, which means I switched to timeline, okay? Or it didn't occur at all, which would still mean I jumped to timeline. So, well, y'all witnessed it in real time. I switched to timeline. Yes, exactly. Timeline shift, because it happens every time, and this time it didn't happen. So I'm like, maybe it just happened. I don't remember. But that would still be something. I don't know, man. I'm just oh gosh. Oh no, it's not letting. Oh, whew. I thought I was gonna have to shout. It's so boring to change my fucking song. I'm in a parallel reality. I mean, we're always floating back and forth in between worlds, Exactly. Oh, love from Vietnam. Love you too. Thank you for joining. Yo, the yellow butterfly timeline. So you have your yellow butterfly timeline. I have some GTA timeline, which is not necessarily bad. It's just fucking interesting. Like, the only references that I can give in regards to, like, video games is, like, Super Mario and fucking GTA, because those are the only games I've ever really played. But, man, I really see this fucking Matrix as, like, Grand Theft Auto. Like, pick a fucking whichever one. It doesn't matter, okay? It could be the first one, it could be the most recent one. I don't fucking know. Vice City, whatever the fuck, I San Andreas, whichever one. I'm like, yo, I'm in it. Like, I'm an avatar moving around in the fucking GTA. It's so crazy. Yo, it really, Anna, you ever play GTA? Because I have, and I'm just like, yeah, maybe I played the video game version, but I'm playing the Matrix version. Yo, seriously. I couldn't understand what was happening, and it really felt like a video game. Oh my god. It's just fucking wild. Good morning. Happy to see you too. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the gifts. Man, I don't know. This reality thing is fucking trippy as fuck. Like, when you get into, like, the layers of it, like, you're gonna start to see that it all just is very, very thank you for the gift. It's all very malleable, and you're an avatar, but you're not the avatar. You're piloting the avatar, and you're having this experience inside whatever the fuck this is, whatever you choose to call it. Your friend asked you about SP. Is it okay to tell them if that you're together now? You could tell them whatever you want. I mean, as long as you're not contradicting yourself in your mind, you could tell your friend you're with SP, but if the entire rest of the day you're thinking that you're not with them, you're contradicting your own story. Oh, the sim game. I've never played that. I've heard about it, but I've never played that one personally, so I don't know. It wasn't, I mean, does it have, like, action in it? Because I like the action, because I'm fucking Aries. Like, the Super Mario, it's like you're moving through worlds and shit. You're stepping on enemies. The Grand Theft Auto, you're just running motherfuckers over. You're just doing shit. Does the sim game have that? Because I thought it was like, oh, it's like you're living life. Oh, okay. I don't know. That doesn't sound too exciting. I mean, unless they have, like, do they have things going on in The Sims, like, orgies and shit like that? Because, like, that to me would be exciting, living life. Like, if they had that option there, like, join the orgy now. Okay, yes or no? Oh, okay. There could be a fire and screaming. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Now that sounds fun. Oh my God. Yo, that's so fucking funny. Thank you for the gifts. Yeah, I like a lot of things going on. Like if it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get up and do this or do that. I don't know. It's not really for me, but I've never played Sims, so I can't knock it either. Ooh. Samantha Vice, thank you so much. You love my insight. Thank you. You refused to it after a month. You lost time and oh wow, okay. It's like that, huh? Damn. Yeah, I could see how someone could get into that. I mean, I've heard about it, but it just I don't know. I didn't really think it was like super action packed. Ooh, you woke up to my live. Well, good morning to you, or good evening, or I don't know what time you're waking up, but welcome. Addicted. Man, I kind of want to try it now. Like I've seen clips of it on YouTube. Um, but I don't know, I'm a Mario motherfucker myself, you know what I mean? I would get any type of Mario. Like that shit is so fucking pimp to me. I'm like, hell yeah. We doing this Mario shit? Or we doing some GTA? That's my thing. Okay, let me do one more question. You can download wild modes for The Sims too. What like they walk around ass naked and have sex parties? Like, can you make your Sims go to the sex shop? Because I'd probably be into that, but I'd want some action behind it in the game. Oh shit, really? Wow. Okay. Look at this. I learn something new every day. Interesting. They really upgraded the game. Oh my God, that's so fucking funny. They make the Sims characters where they manifest their own reality and then they come out of the video game like the fucking ring girl and she just like pounces at you because like that would be fucking amazing. You're playing Sims while watching the live. Hey, there you go. Synchronicity at its finest. They did a sex version. Oh my God, this I don't know where this conversation went. It was supposed to be about manifestation, but apparently this is relevant in some some shape, form, or fashion. Oh my goodness. Woo. You hate how some people speak about reality with finality as a its struggle as the default. Yeah, I mean, that's their perception. So if that's how they see it, that's how they see it. But also, it's like you're still creating your perception of them. So even if they said that, if you want to rewrite the script, you would say that they're saying manifestation is easy and natural. Yo, the ring coming out of the television. I fucking love it. Just like I love the Appalachia TikTok. I love that. I'm like, hello, how are you doing? If you hear whistling in the woods, go home or some shit. I don't fucking know. What do you think about you're the only thinker? I don't think anything about that because that just is because if you think about it, you are the only thinker. Because even if you're saying, I think this person is in love with me or I think this person hates me, how can you tell they're thinking that? You're the one that's saying they're thinking that, and then it gets reflected back to you, and then it has to play out as true because you're thinking that they think that. But you're not in their mind thinking, right? You're just assuming that they're thinking something. But you're the only one in your mind. You're the only voice that you hear. Your subconscious knows no one but you. So there is no other motherfucker. There's just you. Your subconscious is just like me. It's me. It's all me. There's absolutely nothing outside of you that's influencing you. It's all from within yourself. and you are interpreting feedback and data from the 3D, and you're interpreting that the way that only you are doing. No one else is doing that. They say if you hear something, no, you didn't. Yeah, that's the one I think that I heard. Woo! I mean, but yeah, that's why you're the only thinker, because you can't even, if you're trying to go in and say, I think they think this about me, you're still the one saying that. They're not saying anything. They're not thinking anything, right? It's only you, you know? But yeah, that was a good question. Like your subconscious mind, you know, we're gonna leave off on this because I've been talking for quite a while and my phone needs some juice. So it's what should we call it? Wait, there are people that do not hear a voice inside of them though. I don't know. I mean, listen, anything is possible, right? I mean, and we could even look at that as like the NPC type of thing where there's no internal dialogue. But personally, I have never encountered someone that didn't have an inner dialogue or inner thought. I'm not saying they don't exist, but they would probably be NPCs if we even want to go on that, you know, theory, right? Like they're just there. They don't have any thoughts. But then again, you're not going to really be interacting intimately with an NPC. Like you would just see them in passing, at least in my opinion, from what I've fucking, you know, experienced and heard about. But I don't know anyone personally on an intimate level, like a close friend or whatever, that doesn't have an internal dialogue. So I can't say that there are. I haven't met any, but I'm sure there are. You know what I mean? You still see pictures with your consciousness even if you're not thinking thoughts. Yes, but you have to still interpret that picture as a thought. Like that's just how you're interpreting the input. So yes, you are not your thoughts, right? Because you can see something without having a thought, but then how it gets filtered into like, okay, this is what that is. To clarify what that is, it's still coming in the form of a thought because the thought is a tool. But even like, you know, people that go into like deep meditations and shit, like they apparently go beyond thought and they're just there. They're just at one with everything. There's no thought, there's no emotion. There's just, you know, you can do that because remember, you're not your thoughts. But if you start seeing images while you're in that deep meditation, yes, it's your pure consciousness, but how you interpret what that image is, sky, sand, DMT being, I don't fucking know, right? Because you can't interpret things that you see with that. But you're looking for a way. It's still interpreted by a thought because the thought is a command. So you can see a vision in your mind, but how do you give the command to the 3D? You're like, oh, that I'm on a beach sipping a drink. Okay, right? Interesting. Yeah, those are my thoughts on it, Anna. I don't know. I mean, I personally have never met anyone that didn't have an internal dialogue. I mean, I'm sure there are. I just don't know any, you know. But yes, I am going to jump off this live. So thank you everyone for joining and the conversations and the gifts and the likes and the shares and the follows. I appreciate you all. And we will chat later. This will be on YouTube for those of you that are going to ask. At some point, it's going to be on YouTube. And I will be seeing you on the TikTok. Thank you, Anna. Love you. Ooh, puzzle piece. Hell yeah, I love that. Venusian Sage. I love the puzzle piece. Thank you, T. Tay. I'm not sure. Is it T or Tay? But thank you to Pie Nickel. I don't know how to pronounce any of these things. Woo. Bye Kurapika. Oh my god, I'm like, I'm gonna butcher all of these names now. But yeah, I'm getting hungry, and I gotta charge my phone. So I will see you all later. Thank you for joining. Bye.